On a gorgeous holiday Monday, the Red Sox are seeking to gain independence from a two-game losing streak as they return home for the second of a home-and-home against the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Happy 4th of July, and from Red Wilson Field, the Whitey Red Sox and Hyannis Harbor Hawks are getting set for baseball. We welcome you into the broadcast booth. Sam Lebowitz alongside Carlo Hyannis. And if you missed last night's game, well, you missed some early fireworks between these two teams. A bit of a controversial game, a well-fought close game until the 8th inning of that one when it was 2-2. The Hawks scored 3 eighth-inning runs after a controversial hit by pitch call, a 25-minute delay because an umpire had to leave the game. Their manager, Eric Beattie, for the Hawks, was also ejected in that 8th inning. A lot went down in the 8th inning. We'll be sure to talk about it throughout the broadcast on this one. But for the Red Sox team that hasn't lost 3 straight games since the beginning of the season, games 2 through 4, the Red Sox trying to rebound after a wild one last night, Carlo.
Yeah, and honestly, Sam, something that stood out for me has been the pitching. This is a team who has allowed 16 runs in their last 2 games. Before that, in their previous 9, they had allowed 13 total runs. So a completely different look with the pitching staff. And you get some reinforcements today, players who have been activated, Drew Dowd, Sam Klein. And so you wonder if maybe that pitching staff with fresher arms can get bumped up, because while the hitting has been consistent, it's been the pitching that has carried the Whitey Red Sox.
Right, and one of the better pitchers on the bullpen side for the Red Sox is making his starting pitching debut this summer. Chris Bowe will start this game for the Red Sox after making his first 4 appearances on the summer in relief. Bowe should be going for about 4 innings in this one. What do we expect in his first start?
Yeah, I think from Chris Bowe, I just want to see him settle in. He's been rocked and a little bit unfortunate this season, giving up 3 home runs, and none of those have been hanging curveballs. He hasn't really struggled in an outing, Sam, where we've seen him not be able to throw strikes. We've been told, he has some of the better spin rate on the team. So I'm really wondering to see, how does Chris attack a situation where he controls the rhythm? He's not coming in trying to clean things up. This is his game, and I'm going to be interested to see how he attacks that.
We'll see him on the mound to start this one. It's a beautiful day for baseball here on July 4th, and we thank you for spending your 4th of July with us. Get your hot dogs, get some beer, settle in for a beautiful day of baseball between these two teams who face for the second straight day. And after a wild one last night, maybe a little bit of bad blood brewing between cross-divisional rivalries. We'll see what kind of craziness we get on a holiday matchup between the Harbor Hawks and the Red Sox. Lineups, first pitch when we come back here on the Red Sox Baseball Network. And we welcome you back to Red Wilson Field for some Independence Day baseball between the YD Red Sox and the Hyannis Harbor Hawks, the second of a home-and-home series between these two teams. They played last night at McKeon Park in Hyannis. The Harbor Hawks defeating the Red Sox 5-2 in that one. Red Sox trying to get revenge and snap a mini two-game slide in this one on the 4th of July. Sam Lebowitz alongside Carlo Jimenez taking you through all 9 in this one. It'll be Chris Bowe on the mound for the Red Sox, and the lineup that he faces will go as follows for the Harbor Hawks. Justin Hyannis will lead off. He plays first base. Nolan Shanuel plays right field, bats second, hit a home run last night. Tito Flores is the DH, bats third. Cole McConnell cleans up. He plays center. Christian Moore plays left field, bats fifth. Dominic Patelli is the shortstop, batting sixth. 7, 8, and 9, the third baseman, Rocco Pepe, the catcher, Pancho Ruiz, and the second baseman, Riku Nishida, rounding out the lineup for the Harbor Hawks. Austin Amaral will pitch for them. We'll introduce you to him in the bottom half of this inning. But for now, it will be Hyannis, Shanuel, and Tito Flores here in this first inning. The defense around the diamond for the Red Sox in this one is Luke Schliger behind the dish. Mike Bovey plays first. Chase Mydroth in at the Keystone at second. Hunter Haas at short. And Drew Bowser plays third. Left to right in the outfield is Jordan Thompson, Cole Carrig, and Homer Bush Jr. Bit of a wild game last night in Hyannis. One that has some ramifications in this one. Eric Beattie, the Harbor Hawks manager, is not with the team today, serving out a suspension because he was ejected late in last night's game in the 8th inning, arguing the placement of runners after the go-ahead run scored on a throwing error by Luke Schliger. So the rest of the Harbor Hawks coaching staff will split managerial duties in this game. Chris Bowe on the rubber. Justin Hyannis in the batter's box. With the infield shifted slightly towards right, the first pitch to the left-hand hitter is a curveball that drops in on the outside corner for strike one. Mike Hinojosa is calling the balls and strikes in this one. Michael Farnan down the first baseline. John McNulty down the third baseline. 0-1 coming. And tipped foul at home plate. And a quick 0-2 count for Chris Bowe against the left-hand hitting Justin Hyannis out of Illinois. 79 degrees, mostly sunny here at first pitch. And an 0-2 is a half swing. He went around, strike three, got him with a fastball. And that's how this one starts at Red Wilson Field. A strikeout for Chris Bowe to get the night underway. Nolan Shanuel, who had the biggest swing for either side last night, cleared the scoreboard in right field at McKeon with a long home run, his first of the summer. That gave the Harbor Hawks a 6th inning 2-1 lead. The Red Sox would come back to tie it 2-2 before the Harbor Hawks took the eventual lead. The first pitch to Shanuel skips in at his feet, a fastball, 1 ball, no strikes. Shanuel out of FAU has hits in 9 of his last 12 games, including the home run last night. Big, tall stance, hands held well above his head. Mydroth shifts right on him. 1-0 is low in the dirt. 4-2. The Red Sox wearing their alternate white home jerseys with the Red Sox logo on the upper chest and the number in the bottom right of the torso. 2-0. Fastball just missed away, says Mike Hinojosa. 3-0 count on Shanuel, with the jerseys having a YD on the right arm and a navy blue stripe underneath the armpits down the torso obliques. 3-0. Down the middle, strike one. White pants with the red stripe down the side. Blue lettering outlined in red with red accents. Harbor Hawks wearing their blue row jerseys with orange lettering, white striped pants. 3-1, misses down and in for ball four. So Shanuel takes the walk. He's the first base runner for either side in this one. And with one out and a runner on, Tito Flores will take the swings. Flores, the right-hand hitter out of Michigan. did not reach base in yesterday's game. That's the first game this summer in which Flores was unable to find his way on base for the Harbor Hawks. First pitch to him, a swing and a miss. Red Sox trying to avoid a third straight loss. They have not lost 3 straight since they started the season 0-3-1. Those 3 losses in games 2, 3, and 4 of the summer. 0-1 is fouled off right side. As you might expect, a nice crowd on hand here on the 4th of July, with lots of lawn chairs set out to both sides of the scouting section behind home plate, behind the backstop fence near the dugouts. Bleachers full as well. 0-2, upstairs a fastball. Lots of people setting up chairs as well near the berm down the left field line towards the Red Sox dugout. Lots of fans sitting on the grass along the fair or foul bounds as well. Here's a 1-2, and it just missed inside, a slider that bent around the plate. Lots of sliders from Chris Bowe. That's the book on him. He throws a high spin slider that gets lots of break on it. That in fastballs, his 2 primary offerings. Get the fastball up to 94. 2-2. Slider missed away. Good job by Flores to watch that one by him. The count runs full on Tito Flores, who is back in the DH spot today. That's where he was yesterday. We'll see if the Harbor Hawks have Shaniel running with the bases with 1 out, excuse me. He is going on 3-2, and it's high for ball 4. So back-to-back walks for Chris Bowe after the strikeout to start things. And with 1 away, an immediate run-scoring opportunity for the Harbor Hawks in this first inning. And John Raiola is going to go talk to his right-hander bound for the University of Arizona, along with Luke Schliger.
And Chris getting his first start of the summer, Sam. This might just be a nerves thing. Raiola went up, tapped him on the right chest. Chris Bowe is a very good baseball player. Number 2 JUCO prospect on his way to Arizona. A guy with a whole lot of confidence, but his first start on Cape, you know the nerves must be sky high and just trying to settle down in the opening stanza.
So Bowe will go to work against Cole McConnell. Another left-hand hitter, McConnell out of Louisiana Tech. Comes in hitting .321, had a pair of hits yesterday. Luke Schliger will flash the signs to the infield quickly before this at-bat gets underway.
Trying to avoid any sign stealing from Hyannis with the runner at second.
McConnell had a 2 RBI single in that 8th inning. The first pitch, a slider that drops in strike 1. That extended then 3-2 Hyannis lead to the eventual 5-2 final score. He hit that one left on left against Zach Veen. 0-1. Just missed inside and a little off the knees. A fastball. Count goes to 1-1 for Chris Bowe, who in 5 appearances is pitching to a 1.68 ERA. He has gone multiple innings in multiple outings. 1-1 in the dirt. Good block by Luke Schliger. Count runs 2-1. He falls behind again. His season high in innings in an outing is 4. He did that against Orleans back on June the 17th. That was that game the Red Sox won on Mike Bovey's walk-off hit. Didn't allow any earned runs, but he did allow 3 unearned runs across 4 innings in that outing. He's also had a 3-inning outing. 2-1. Rolled to the left side, charged by Drew Bowser. Goes to second and Chase Mydroth stays on the bag, had to kind of dive for that baseball, stays with a foot on the white base. It's a force out at second, the second out. Erases Tito Flores off the bases. Up to third goes Shanuel. McConnell's on safely at first. And it brings up Christian Moore.
And if Bowser's able to throw that ball to second cleanly, maybe they turn to Sam. But it would have been a tough play. Good speed for McConnell down the line. Already has 4 stolen bases this summer.
Not a good throw by Bowser, but a good job by Mydroth to ensure that they do get an out on the play. Christian Moore out of Tennessee playing left field today. Steps in. Right-hand hitter. First pitch to him. Slider in on the outside corner. Strike one. Best one that Chris Bowe has thrown thus far today. Moore a .227 hitter thus far. Has 8 walks this season. 4 of those walks came in one game. 0-1. Poke the other way over first. Going to drop in, base hit. Bush over to cut it off on a couple of hops. Going first to third is McConnell. He is safe at third base standing. It's an RBI single for Christian Moore. An early start in this one on the offensive side for the Harbor Hawks. A quick 1-0 lead in the top half of the first. The Red Sox inability to turn 2 on that potential double play grounder thanks to Bowser's bad throw, creating a situation in which Moore is able to come through there. It's the first hit of the inning. The 2 walks, though, set this up. Here's Dominic Patelli, the shortstop. Left-hand hitter. First pitch to him. Taken away. Fastball. Just the 3rd earned run that Chris Bowe has given up all season, and now his 6th outing. He'll check on Moore at first, and it goes on right on by Bovey. And a run will score as it goes out of play. It wasn't a bad throw, but Bovey just didn't catch it. It went right past his glove, and a second run will score. A 2-0 Harbor Hawks lead before we're out of the top of the first. That'll probably be an E1 on Bowe. But I think it probably should be an E3 on Bovey. That was certainly catchable. So Moore's on its second, with the second run coming home on the play. And a 1-0 count to Patelli. Here it comes. Slider strike, outside corner. So a bit of a messy first inning for the Red Sox. Couple of walks. That almost errant throw on the force out. And now an errant pickoff throw. 2 runs home. 2 out. Runner on second. 2-1. Rolled to the right side. Chase Mydroth plays back on it. His throw to first is in time. So Bowe escapes without any further damage, but the Harbor Hawks do get a pair of runs on just 1 hit, aided by a couple of walks and a throwing error. As we head on to the bottom of the first here on July 4th, the Red Sox trailing the Harbor Hawks 2-0 early in this one. We welcome you back to the bottom of the first. T-Mobile is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. T-Mobile is committed to serve those who serve, and that's why they go above and beyond for our active duty military and veterans. Visit your neighborhood T-Mobile store or T-Mobile.com to learn more. Sam Lebowitz alongside Carlo Jimenez. We enter the bottom of the first here at Red Wilson Field. A pair of first-inning runs for the Harbor Hawks against Crispo. The Red Sox will try to work from behind in this one, and the lineup that they will trot out there against Austin Amaral goes as follows. Luke Schliger will lead off and catch. Hunter Haas bats second, plays shortstop. Chase Mydroth, the second baseman, bats third. Mike Bovey cleans up at first base. Cole Carrick plays center, bats fifth. Johnny Long is the DH. He bats sixth. Drew Bowser bats seventh, plays third. Jordan Thompson plays left, bats eighth. And rounding out the lineup in right field is Homer Bush. They'll go to work against the Stetson right-hander, Austin Amaral, who will make his fourth start for the Harbor Hawks, and he's been good thus far. In 12 innings of work, he's pitching to a 1.50 ERA with 9 strikeouts, 4 walks, 9 hits allowed. His last start against the Bourne Braves at Doran Park was a good one. His longest outing of the summer, he went 6, allowed 3 hits and a run in a win over the Braves. Luke Schliger steps into the left-hand batter's box. First pitch from Amaral is a fastball strike, 0-1. What you'll see out of Amaral is a 4-pitch mix, fastball, slider, change, and a curve. 0-1. Check swing on one in the dirt. Did he go? No, says John McNulty down the third baseline. Amaral working out of that drop step windup that has become so popular nowadays. 1-1 is poked foul, a breaking ball, left side. This year for Stetson in 20 appearances, only 3 starts, but a 3.17 ERA across 48 and a third innings. 1-2. Chopped right side of the infield. Nishida, the second baseman, will glove flip it onto first in time. Leadoff man retired on the soft ground out. Brings up Hunter Haas. The defense for Hyannis behind Austin Amaral is Justin Janis, the first baseman. You just met Riku Nishida at second. Dominic Patelli plays short, and Rocco Pepe plays third. Christian Moore, Cole McConnell, and Nolan Shaniel left to right in the outfield. First pitch to Hunter Haas just misses high. And catching for Amaral is Pancho Ruiz. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball, count 1-1. Amaral is wearing number 10 out there on the mound, and if you happen to see him wearing number 33 in his last start in Bourne, there's a reason for that. There's a 1-1 home to Hunter Haas. Is fouled back a fastball, count 1-2 on Hunter. It's because on the trip to Bourne, Amaral forgot his jersey. And so he swapped jerseys with Jackson Baumeister, another pitcher in this Hyannis rotation. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Slider. Haas down chasing. 2 quick outs for Amaral here in the first. And rumor had it that because he pitched so well, he might try to trot out in Baumeister's jersey again, but he's back in his standard number 10 instead of Baumeister's 33. And has off to a good start in this bottom of the first with the first 2 Red Sox retired, 1 on a strikeout. Here's Chase Mydroth. First pitch home to him, a fastball outside corner, strike 1, says Mike Hinojosa. Mydroth had a good day yesterday. Biggest swing for the Red Sox. He drove a long RBI double, which erased a 1-0 deficit in the top of the 6th for the Red Sox. 0-1. Rolled to the left side of the infield. Ranging stab by Pepe, and he throws out Mydroth. Rocco Pepe showing off the range on that grounder towards the hole and finishing the play to make it look easy. Red Sox go in order and go quickly against Austin Amaral in the bottom half of the first. We head to the second. 2-0 Hyannis. Cape Cod veterinary specialists offer premier emergency and specialty care for your pet when it matters most. Located in Buzzards Bay and Dennis, learn more at CapeCodVetSpecialists.com. That's CapeCodVetSpecialists.com, a proud sponsor of YD Red Sox baseball. Top of the second, Red Sox trailing the Harbor Hawks 2-0, who will look for more against Chris Bow. It'll be Rocco Pepe, Pancho Ruiz, and Riku Nishida. That's the bottom third for the Harbor Hawks in their lineup. And as it often feels like it happens, Rocco Pepe, as he takes a first pitch slider in for strike one, leads off after making a nice defensive play to finish off the bottom of the first. Right-hand hitter, the third baseman today, steps in on an 0-1 and checks his swing, went around. Strike two. Might have caught the plate anyways, says Mike Hinojosa, but it is a quick 0-2 count on Pepe out of Long Beach State. A 182 hitter thus far to begin his summer season. Outfield shifts to the opposite field on an 0-2. Checks his swing well away from him. He went around. Strike three. Hinojosa calling it himself. Doesn't ask for help. 3 pitches, 3 sliders, 3 strikes. And Pepe set aside on Chris Bow's second strikeout.
It's going to be a big inning for Bow. Rattled a little bit in that first. Struggled with command and a good first strikeout. We'll see if he can get the momentum going, take it on the 8-hole hitter, Ruiz.
The Harbor Hawks catcher, Pancho Ruiz, another right-hand hitter. He comes in just a 176 hitter in a deep crouch. First pitch home to him, a fastball misses high. Pancho Ruiz, a native of Tijuana, Mexico. San Diego State Aztec, 1-0. Fastball again, missed high.
Saw him catching up with Cole Carrick before the game. 2 Aztecs playing.
Pancho was excellent this year for the Aztecs, a 309 hitter and a well-regarded defensive catcher. 2-0, lifted along the right field line, heading out of play. But a slow start on the offensive side for him this year. Mentioned the 176 batting average with just 1 extra base hit. Last played against Katuitt back on July the 2nd, went 1 for 4. He's mired in a 1 for 12 stretch. 2-1. Foul tip held by Luke Schliger. Strike 2, count even on Ruiz. Ruiz's grandfather played baseball in Mexico for the Tomateros de Culiacan in the Mexican Pacific League. 2-2. On the outside corner, strike 3 called. He got him with a fastball. So back-to-back strikeouts for Chris Bow to open things here in the second. First looking strikeout for Bow, third strikeout overall for Chris. And the pitcher with Icelandic roots is looking a little bit cooler in this second inning with the consecutive strikeouts. Here's Riku Nishida. Talked about Nishida and his story yesterday on the broadcast. First pitch slider misses in towards his back foot. Nishida, the Harbor Hawks fan favorite who grew up in Osaka, Japan, beat out about 100 other potential would-be baseball players on his high school roster. So the 1-0 is low and boxed around a bit at home plate. He stands just 5'6". 120 people were trying out at his high school baseball team's tryouts for just 20 spots. He got one of those. 2-0 is chopped up the first baseline foul. He wound up being an excellent addition to that roster who practiced for 10 hours a day with his baseball team. Came over to the U.S., going the JUCO route. 2-1, chopped towards third, past Bowser. Hunter Haas plays the long hop. Throw to first! Not in time. Might have taken Bovee off the bag a little bit. Was going to be a difficult play with Nishida's speed. After that, got past Drew Bowser at third, and Hunter Haas had to play an odd hop that actually took him into a soft leap before he could plant and make that throw. It's an infield hit. Nishida, as he so often does, making things happen with his legs. A stolen base record at Mount Hood Community College, his JUCO, where He stole 35 bases last year. He's at first with 2 down. We'll see if he's going. Starts and stops in the first one, slider in the dirt.
Both Schliger and Fernando Gonzalez threw him out yesterday. So both the Whitey catchers were able to gun down Yoshida. We'll see if he wants to test him again. Would not be surprised. He is ultra fast.
He was picked off third by Fernando Gonzalez, caught stealing by Schliger, trying to steal second later in that game. He always looks like he's ready to run. He starts and stops again, and it's foul tipped at home plate by Justin Hyannis. Hyannis led off the game with a strikeout. Nishida, his journey to the Cape is a unique one, as he wound up playing in a pay-for-play league called the Wild West League, as Bo will check on him at first. That was in 2020. Last summer, this was actually last summer, and then as another check on first, he played so well in this pay-to-play league for the Willamette Wild Bills that he got picked up by a West Coast league called the Cowlitz Black Bears, which helped raise his profile enough so that he can transfer to Oregon, as the 1-1 is again tapped foul, and again raised his profile enough so that he could make it to Cape Cod before he heads off to Oregon. And he made things happen last night. Reach base a couple of times, was wreaking havoc on the Red Sox, who handled him well. 1-2 to Hyannis. Fastball missed just away. And Luke Schliger, who did throw him out last night, has been wary of him at first base, who, just as he did last night, Nishida seemingly starts and stops as his secondary lead with every pitch that he's not going. He's going here, 2-2. It's chopped to first. Bovee fields. He flips underhand to Bo, who taps the bag with his toe and ends the inning. 2-out single by Nishida. He's stranded aboard. Scoreless frame for Chris Bo in the second. Holds this a 2-0 Hyannis lead. Red Sox trying to get him back in the bottom of the second. Red Sox baseball brought to you by the Massachusetts State Lottery. As a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League, the Mass State Lottery is celebrating the games we love playing, from the baseball diamond to the many lottery games that help support all 351 cities and towns across the Commonwealth. So here's to 50 years of winning and to 50 more. We enter the bottom of the second here at Red Wilson Field on a beautiful 4th of July afternoon. The Red Sox trying to climb back into this one, a 2-0 Hyannis lead, as Mike Bovee, Cole Carrig, and Johnny Long will come to bat. 4-5-6 for the Red Sox against the right-hander out of Stetson, Austin Amaral. His first pitch home to Bovee is low at his feet in the dirt, a fastball, 1 ball, no strikes. Sam Lebowitz alongside Carlo Jimenez taking you through this holiday baseball game. 1-0, fouled off left side by Mike Bovee. And really could not have asked for a better afternoon. Some clouds above, but lots of blue sky interspersed between them. Some sun along the third baseline. 1-1. Curveball drops in. Strike 2. That's a good one from the Stetson Hatter, Austin Amaral. And a large crowd out to watch this one. Watch their Eastern Division leading Red Sox take on the Harbor Hawks. 1-2 in the dirt. Looked like the changeup from Amaral. Mentioned earlier the crowds along the third and first baselines. Lots of fans bringing out the lawn chairs. But out beyond the outfield fence, more than usual, I'd say. 2-2. Chopped up the middle. Nishida over. Fields it on a high hop. His throw to first is in time. Quick first out for Amaral. Bovee retired. Brings up Cole Carrig. We usually get a fair amount of fans beyond the outfield fence to center and left. Fans who bring their own lawn chairs perch out there hoping for a home run in this hitter-friendly ballpark. But with the added attendance numbers, the peak of tourism season here on Cape Cod, it looks like even more fans have come out to watch the Sox from beyond the outfield fence. First pitch to Cole Carrig, switch hitter batting left, and it's fouled back to the net. Carrig had been struggling a bit, but he had a nice night last night, in which he had the game-tying hit in the top of the 8th inning. He has 4 hits in his last 6 games. Still 10th in the league in average, despite the recent struggles. 0-1. Lifted foul left side, but things have perked up a bit for Cole as of late, hitting .288 overall.
And you wonder, with his San Diego State teammate Ruiz behind the plate, Ruiz probably knows Carrig better than anybody here on the field.
Here's an 0-2. Inside and low, brushes Carrig's feet back. The flip side of that, Carlo, is that Ruiz didn't really see a lot of pitchers get Cole Carrig out this year because Carrig was a .388 hitter for the Aztecs. 1-2. Up the middle, Amaral fields it on a hop. Runs to first, flips underhand in time to Justin Hyannis. That's the second out. So a couple of ground outs here in the second. Red Sox still searching for their first base runner. And Johnny Long will try to keep this inning going. Carrig, though, when he gets on base, he's been running amok on the base paths. Didn't reach there, but he's third on Cape Cod in stolen bases with 10. First pitch to Johnny Long. A fastball misses high. Johnny Long has the average back up to 200. It's been a fight to keep it above there this summer. 1-0 to him. Curveball drops in for a strike, 1-1, but last time we saw Johnny start a game, he homered against Wareham on the second. 1-1. High fly ball in a shallow center. McConnell started back now in a few strides to his left. He makes the catch and ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Red Sox in the second as the Harbor Hawks hold their 2-0 lead. We head to the third on Independence Day in a 2-0 game. Well, hello from Captain Parker's Pub over in West Yarmouth on Route 28. The entire crew from Captain Parker's wants to give you a big salute to the Cape Cod Baseball League, especially to the young players who have dedicated so much time and effort to America's pastime. So join them for lunch or dinner or just a bowl of their world-famous clam chowder. Captain Parker's, easy to find, awfully hard to leave. Top of the third, 2-0 Hyannis. They come to bat against Chris Bowe. Sam Lewitz alongside Carlo Jimenez. It'll be Nolan Shanuel to lead it off. He's in the left-hand batter's box. First pitch home to him. A swing and a miss. Good slider by Chris Bowe. Shanuel followed by Tito Flores and Cole McConnell. Shanuel reached on a walk and scored in the first inning. That was on the Christian Moore RBI single. 0-1 comes inside at his feet, a slider. Big left-hand hitter who in the matchup last night between these two teams at Hyannis, he hit his first home run of the summer well over the scoreboard and right at McKeon. 1-1. Fastball strike outside corner. Good pitch by Chris Bowe to get ahead. The infield will shift right with 2 strikes on the tall left-hand hitter out of Florida Atlantic. And the 1-2 to the Owl on its way. Tapped foul, right side. Outfield playing him straight up, a little deep. Certainly after showing off his power last night. The Red Sox will be wary of his ability to hit balls over fences. 1-2. Skips in at his feet. Chris Bowe, a much better second inning than his first. The first inning featured a pair of walks, an error, a couple of runs against his ledger, but 2 strikeouts working around a single in the second. Here's a 2-2. Breaking ball that bends around the strike zone. Count runs full. Nolan Shanuel. One of the more unique stances on Cape Cod that we've seen. 3-2, rolled up the first baseline and foul. He stands tall with his hands held well above his helmet, almost Craig Counsell adjacent.
He also wears 2 different pairs of shoes.
One red, one black. Here's a 3-2 again. And he missed down and in for ball 4. So whatever mojo is in those different shoes, they're working for Nolan Shanuel. The home run last night, he's reached on walks in his first 2 plate appearances tonight. Proving to be the toughest out in this Harbor Hawks lineup. The Harbor Hawks have lost just once in their last 10 games. 7-1-2 in that span. Maybe the hottest team on Cape Cod. And they have closed the gap with Katuitt very quickly. First pitch home to Flores, a fastball called strike outside corner. Coming into today, after Katuitt was shut out last night by Falmouth, of all teams, they trail by just 3 points in the standings. Katuitt team that has already lost a lot of talent. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good slider as Ruiz was well out in front of it.
And the Katuitt team, Sam, that's kind of in a awkward phase right now because a lot of their guys have left for the draft. And we talked to their broadcaster, said they're going to get a lot of guys after Team USA, but Team USA is still going on.
They already lost the league's leading hitter in Chandler Simpson, among others. 0-2. Check swing. Did he go? Check it first? No. Says first base umpire Michael Farnan.
And if you would have told me before the season that Hyannis would be vying with Katuitt, a team in Hyannis that had won a combined 17 games in the last 2 seasons, I don't think many people would have believed you.
1-2 to Flores. Swing and a miss. Fastball blew it by him. Chris Bowe picks up his 4th strikeout. Holds Shanuel at first. That's the first out. Well, the Harbor Hawks this year overhauled the entire franchise. They brought in new faces in the administration and a new field manager in Eric Beattie, who's not managing today because of that suspension after he was thrown out of last night's game. But him and the connections to schools around the country that he has have been able to bring in more talent than usual to this Hyannis organization. First pitch home is a ball off the plate to Cole McConnell. McConnell grounded into a fielder's choice his first time.
And you have to give BD credit. This is also a team that plays with a lot of fun, smiles on their faces, a whole lot of energy out of the dugout. They are up for every single game.
They are a loud dugout, as they were last night. 1-0. Breaking ball, good one. Outside corner, he backdoored it. Bo has been able to consistently throw that slider to strikes to the left-hand hitters. The Harbor Hawks were up on the top step of the dugout late in last night's game, making a lot of noise when Shaniel, who's a FAU Owl, was hitting. 1-1 is rolled to Mike Bovey at first. He steps in the bag for one. Throw to second. Tagged by Hunter Haas. Not in time. Shaniel got his foot in as the throw took Haas towards the right field side of second base. Reached back behind him to make the tag. Got a tag on Shaniel's thigh, but not before he got his foot onto the bag. And here's Christian Moore with a runner on second and 2 down. I was going to say that when Shaniel was batting late in last night's game, Shaniel, who goes to FAU, who are the Owls, they were hooing him like an owl. That entire at bat, he wound up walking against Sean Gamlin and scoring one of those eighth inning runs. First one to Moore. Slider off the plate. Right-hand hitter Christian Moore dumped a single into right field that scored the game's first run in the first inning. A chance to bring home another here. But first to check on the runner at second. Shaniel not going anywhere. Christian Moore out of Tennessee. Just a .227 hitter so far on Cape this summer. Coming into this one a little higher now after his first inning single. 1-0 to him. Here it comes. Tipped foul, the slider. Count 1-1 on the Queens, New York native, who you wonder if he grew up a Mets fan, being from Queens. Of course, the Harbor Hawks wear the blue and orange proudly. Used to be known as the Hyannis Mets for a very long time. One. Line foul down the right field line. So a 1-2 count on Christian Moore. Runner on second, 2 outs. Hyannis trying to extend an early 2-0 lead in this game against Christopher Bowe, who has settled in fairly well after a raucous first inning, but trying to get out of this. 1-2 upstairs, a fastball on Christian Moore, who leads the Cape League in amount of walks in one singular game. He took 4 walks against Wareham on July the 1st. Runner from second, dancing there, Shaniel. 2-2, rolled towards third. Drew Bowser fields it hip high. His throw across is in time. He gets Moore by a step and ends the inning. Chris Bowe works nicely around a leadoff walk and moves us along to the bottom of the third here on Independence Day at Red Wilson Field. The Red Sox trailing the Harbor Hawks 2-0. MP Sports Cards, a proud sponsor of the Kids Baseball Clinics. If you're a sports card collector, be sure to stop by and check out the latest releases, graded cards, supplies, and more. A local favorite for hobby enthusiasts across Massachusetts and, of course, your Cape Cod Baseball League. Stop in to their store. Mention code Red Sox to get one free pack of Topps Baseball Update with any purchase. Some exclusions apply. Visit at 71 Main Street in Carver, Mass. or online at mpsportscards.com. To the bottom of the third we go. Drew Bowser steps in against Austin Amaral. Red Sox trailing 2-0. First pitch to Bowser, foul backed to the screen, 0-1. The first 6 Red Sox in this game have been retired. Looking to provide some fireworks here on July the 4th. Trailing early 2-0. 0-1. Chopped slowly back to Amaral, down to a knee to field it. His throw to first is true. And in time, 1 away. So 7 up, 7 down for the Stetson Hatter. And Jordan Thompson will hit.
And the Whitey offensive struggles continue, Sam. This is a team that is hitting just 199 over their last 5 games. Somebody trying to spark them offensively.
And Hyannis has pitched their best baseball on the road this year. As the first pitch home to Thompson is a curveball that bends up above his head for ball 1. Hyannis has a 1.96 earned run average in road games so far this season. Coming into this game, it's only gone down now through the first 2 1/3. 1-0 to Thompson. Fastball up, 2-0. Red Sox still looking for their first base runner. Sam Lebowitz, Carlo Jimenez on the call for you in this one on a really beautiful day for baseball at Red Wilson. 2-0 to Thompson. Upstairs, 3-0. Jordan Thompson comes in just a 161 hitter, rather a 143 hitter, excuse me. 3-0. Fastball strike right on the outside corner. Count goes to 3-1 on the LSU shortstop playing left field today. We actually haven't seen him much at shortstop so far this summer. 3-1, fastball, picks up the outside corner again. So a 3-2 count on Thompson, who has mostly played some corner outfield and third base for the Red Sox, but the everyday shortstop for the Tigers this year down in Baton Rouge. Facing a 3-2 here. Here it comes. And he missed well away in the dirt. Goes to the backstop. It's ball 4. Red Sox have their first base runner. Thompson aboard with 1 away. Here's Homer Bush.
Just the 3rd walk of the summer that Jordan Thompson has been able to work aboard. And you know, YD, Sam, this is a team that values runners on base. They really look at on-base percentage over average, and Jordan Thompson's going to add to that on-base percentage with a walk there. His first walk since June 28th against Harwich.
Homer Bush will try to keep the vibes going. Been a struggle for Homer as well. 0 for his last 11, and in his last 6 games, Homer has struck out 9 times. His last game against Wareham, he struck out all 4 times he batted. First one home to him, a right-hand batter he takes low. The Grand Canyon outfielder who has a new head baseball coach at GCU coming in. We don't know who it is yet, but their old one just left. 1-0, fouled off right side. Left to go to USC, Carlo. The Red Sox in general last night had some strikeout issues. They struck out 16 times on the offensive side and still kept that game close. Only 1 strikeout so far today. 1-1. Slider misses well away. Good job by Ruiz to slide over and corral it. Homer, the fastest Red Sox by a wide margin. Of course, tough to use your legs if you don't put the ball in play. Here's a 2-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball down that got past Homer. Count even, 2-2. Thompson on at first with one out here in the bottom half of the third inning and a 2-0 Hyannis lead. Bush chokes up on the bat with 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Chopped left side of the infield. If it stays fair, they'll never throw him out, and it curls just foul. Inches from the third base bag. We'll have another 2-2 count on Homer Bush once he makes his way back into the batter's box. A heady play by Rocco Pepe to not touch that ball because that was fair for about 75%, maybe more, of its travel down the third base line. And with Bush's speed, I think he was well aware he was never going to throw that speedy runner out. We'll do it again. Runner on first. 1 out. 2-2 count. Thompson's going. Fastball misses away, and Ruiz can't handle the transfer. It's a stolen base for Jordan Thompson, his first of the summer.
How about JT showing off little wheels? A guy who only stole 3 bases in 62 games with LSU. Picks off 90. And now RBI opportunity for Homer Bush and a full count.
Red Sox trying to cut into a 2-0 deficit. Still in the front third of this one. Bush will face a 3-2 from Austin Amaral with a runner on second, 1 away. Here it comes. Poked, foul territory in the air down the right field line. That ball drops just foul. Justin Hyannis, the first baseman, never really had an angle on it. He was backpedaling, trying to catch that ball over the shoulder the entire way, and the right fielder, Nolan Shaniel, never really got in the vicinity either. But it dropped into the real estate foul by about 5 feet or so. Could have been trouble for the Harbor Hawks. We'll get another 3-2 to Homer Bush. A couple of interesting foul balls in this sequence. 3-2, here it comes. Foul tipped off the mask of Ruiz. And back to the backstop. Well, not just baseball fans here in attendance to see the Red Sox take on the Harbor Hawks. It looks like we have an actual Hawk who is circling the ballpark right now. Seeing some July 4th baseball. Here's another 3-2. Taken away. Did he go? No, it's ball 4 on Homer Bush. He held up on a slider, running away from him. 2 walks in a row for Thompson and Bush with 1 away. Brings the top of the Red Sox order back around. Good job by Homer to work out of a 2-strike count with all his strikeout issues of late. He finds his way aboard with his 3rd walk of the summer. And now an extra base hit could get this game tied with his speed on first. And here's Luke Schliger, who grounded to second his first time through. First pitch. Taking a fastball, strike, outside corner. Schliger, a .265 hitter. Batted just once yesterday. That was in the 9th inning. He singled. So he came off the bench for Fernando Gonzalez late in that one. 0-1. Poked out towards the left. Hit fairly well. Moore in. Makes the catch above the shoe tops. Moore played a lot of infield this year at Tennessee. Playing outfield today. Bit of an odd route on that sinking liner, but he comes up with the out. And here's Hunter Haas. Will try to make something of this jam. Red Sox without a hit, but 2 walks in this third. Have the tying runs aboard, trailing 2-0. Hunter Haas has the average up to .326 coming into this one. He struck out his first time, working a 6-game hitting streak. First pitch, away, a fastball. In his last 6 starts, Hunter Haas has 4 multi-hit games. Rather, a 7-start span and a 7-game hitting streak for Hunter. 1-0. Swing and a miss. He climbed the ladder on a fastball. Bush on first, Thompson on second. They both walked. Haas batting with 2 out. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Again, a high fastball blew it by Hunter Haas. Hunter has showed some power in his 7-game hitting streak, a pair of doubles and a home run. He had a double last night. That was in the 8th inning. He went up scoring the then tying run before the Red Sox fell late in that one. 1-2. Away. Another fastball looked like from Amaral. Count runs to 2-2 on Hunter Haas, who, thanks to the hot streak, has entered this game tied for 4th on Cape Cod in batting average. Faces a 2-2 count here. Here it comes. Missed away. Tried to shoot the corner with a slider. Haas not offering. So the count runs full here. The runners from second and first, Thompson and Bush, will get head starts here. A ball in the gap will certainly tie this game with the head start and Bush's speed from first. Red Sox trailing by a pair, 2-0. Bottom third. Runners get set to go. 3-2 home. First to check on second. He does throw the ball towards Nishida. But Thompson not going anywhere just yet. Action pitch here. 3-2 out. Red Sox trailing. Hunter Haas trying to provide some 4th of July fireworks. Here it comes. Runners go, and it's lifted into shallow right. Nishida out. Here comes Shanuel. It drops for a hit. Thompson scores. Bush gets the late stop sign. He's held on at third. RBI single for Hunter Haas. He dumps one in. First Red Sox hit. First Red Sox run. It's 2-1.
And Hunter Haas just continues to deliver for this YD team, Sam. You think about his double yesterday. That was the tying run. And we're going to get a mound visit. And all of a sudden, with 2 outs, YD is getting to Amaral, who was untouchable through his first 7 batters.
Amaral will have a conversation with his pitching coach, Ray Korn, before he pitches to Chase Mydroth. The RBI hit for Hunter Haas is his 3rd run batted in of this summer, extends his hitting streak to 8 games. It's the Red Sox' first hit in this game, and it drives home Thompson. Homer Bush, we were thinking maybe he was going to have a chance to score on that play, and he looked like he had designs on testing Nolan Shanuel's arm. But Pick put up a late stop sign at third. And if the Red Sox are to tie this game here in the bottom of the second, bottom of the third, then it will take another hit. Chase Mydroth will be the one to take the swings with runners on the corners and 2 down. A run home now here in this bottom of the third. Mydroth grounded to third his first time through. Drove in a run on an RBI double yesterday. Right on right here. First pitch home. Up and away, a fastball. If Mydroth can keep the inning going, Mike Bovey, the hitter. Mydroth has also been swinging a nice bat for the Red Sox. 8 for his last 25. 1-0. Slider missed away. Count 2-0 on Mydroth. Mydroth has a home run in addition to that double this summer. That home run came here against Katuitt on June 29th, 2-0. Low and in, a fastball. Count runs to 3-0, and Emerald struggling a bit to put an end to this third inning. 2-out RBI single. Now a 3-0 count on Mydroth. And he'll try to work out of this hitter's count. 3-0 is swung on and rolled towards the shortstop, Patelli. He throws to second for the force in time. Mydroth swinging 3-0. Didn't hit it very hard. He grounds into the fielder's choice. Red Sox get a run back. On to the fourth inning we go. Carlo Jimenez will take you through the middle frames in this one. Red Sox trailing the Harbor Hawks 2-1.
Hey, Sox fans, if you thought about buying or selling a home, Emily Szymanski of the Salty Dog Group is your pet-friendly neighborhood realtor. As part of the team at Keller Williams Realty of Cape Cod and the Islands, Emily is your go-to resource for home buying and selling. Call Emily Szymanski at 508-221-0196 or visit thesaltydoggroup.kw.com. That's thesaltydoggroup.kw.com. I'm Carlo Jimenez. To my right is Sam Lebowitz, 4-5-6 coming your way as the right-hander of Chris Bowe works out in his fourth inning of work. Sam, Chris has really settled in these last two frames. What have you seen from him that has allowed him to calm his nerves and control the baseball?
He's locating a little bit better. He had those two walks in that first inning that really put him in danger and was unable to work out of that jam, but he settled in nicely. He's locating both the fastball and the good high-spin slider well. He looks pretty good so far in this one. Not sure how much longer we'll see him in. Coach John Raiola told us before the game that he probably only throw about 4 innings. And it looks like the new right-hander, Sam Klein, is up in the bullpen.
2-1, Hyannis leads YD. First pitch to the left-handed bat of Dominic Patelli. Misses well inside. The count, 1 ball and no strikes. Patelli out of Miami. Grounded out to second to end that 2-run first, 1-0. And he looks at a fastball on the outside part of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Dominic, who's starting to swing the bat well, 5 for his last 11. 1-1. Slider misses away. 2 balls and a strike. A guy who has a tattoo on his right tricep of his dad and then him on his shoulders. Here comes a 2-1. And that fastball drops in the dirt, 3 balls and a strike. And it's in honor of his father, who died in January of 2021 after a 5-year battle with pancreatic cancer. The man who he says introduced him to baseball. 3-1 is a fastball upstairs, and he walks down to first. So a leadoff base runner for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks, who have a 2-1 lead over the YD Red Sox in the top of the 4th. And here's Rocco Pepe. Sam, that's got to be one of the best names on Cape, Rocco Pepe.
Rolls off the tongue well, fun to say.
It doesn't even come close to Cross Factor, but very solid name.
Hard to beat Cross Factor.
That is one high bar. Top 4, 1 on, nobody out, and a bright orange barrel on the bat of the right-handed batter, Rocco Pepe. First pitch down the hill. Slider, and he swings and skies one into left field. Mile-high fly ball. Cole Carrick, the center fielder, ranging over into the gap. He makes the catch. 1 pitch, and there's the first down. Balls were flying in batting practice today. It is warm, not a lot of wind, a light breeze maybe out to left, and Some clouds in the sky. The trees in straightaway center swaying back and forth. If you could pick the weather for July 4th, this is probably what you pick. It has been that beautiful of a day. Patelli at first. Check on him as he's back on a head first slide. 5 stolen bases for Dominic. A guy with decent speed as time is called at the plate by Pancho Ruiz. Right-handed batter. 2-1. Hyannis leads YD. Back half of a home and home. And the Harbor Hawks looking to do something they haven't done in recent history. And that's sweep a home and home against YD. First pitch, there goes the runner. Fastball upstairs throw from Schliger. He runs into Ruiz. And on to second on a head first slide safely is Patelli. Luke got up to throw. Pancho Ruiz stood straight up in the batter's box. And Schliger on his throw bumped into him. And Scott Pickler wants to talk with home plate umpire Mike Hinojosa. Sam, what do you think?
I was tracking the throw. I didn't really see the collision between the two, but clearly someone did because Pickler's going out and chatting with him about it. Not a very long conversation, though.
Ruiz didn't make any attempt to move. Granted, I don't think he has to, right? The batter box is his right, but he stood straight up, and Pancho is a big body, 6 foot 210. Schliger bumped him on the throw. It was a good job by the shortstop Hunter Haas to keep that ball in the infield. So mark it a stolen base for Patelli, his 6th. A runner in scoring position for the Harbor Hawks, who lead 2-1 over YD. And Ruiz wants time. Him and Cole Carrick, the center fielder for YD, led San Diego State in batting average. Harbor Hawks looking for more offense here in the top of the 4th. Bose 1-0. Fastball chopped to foul, third base side. Over towards the seats. A packed crowd here at Red Wilson Field. Pretty much from the left field foul pole to the right field foul pole. You can find people in their chairs. Down the right field line, it is 3 or 4 rows of lawn chairs. Down the left field line, it's 6 or 7 rows of lawn chairs. People with their coolers, their hats, and sunglasses. Great part about a 5 o'clock baseball game, Sam, is you can still catch fireworks afterward. Snapback throw to second, off the glove of the second baseman, Mydroff, and into right field. On to third goes Patelli, and the throw in from the right fielder, Bush cut off. Coming home is Patelli. He slides and scores. Homer Bush took his time in right, and Patelli got the go sign on a throw to second that ricochets off the glove of Mydroff. Patelli comes all the way to the plate, and Hyannis leads it 3-1.
I think they are in fact gonna put 2 errors up on the board for the Red Sox on that play because one's on the throw that clanked off Chase Mydroff's glove, and then when Homer Bush fielded it, he bobbled again.
Pancho Ruiz swings and rolls one up the middle on the 1-1. Hunter Haas vacuums it up, long throw to first. A hop gets underneath the glove of Bovey and goes out of play. And that's going to be another base for Pancho Ruiz, and it is all falling apart here at Red Wilson Field for the YD Red Sox. That is now 3 errors in the last 25 seconds.
And even the throw back to Chris Bowe gets away.
And
Ball is dead, but Scott Pickler, I think, has seen enough. That's another error. That's going to be an E6. That's a tough error on Hunter Haas. You have to put an error on that play because the throw went out of bounds, but Mike Bovey just didn't pick it. And Hunter Haas, who had dove and then threw that from his backside, it was on the mark, just a one-hop throw, but it stayed down on Mike Bovey, and he just didn't keep the glove down. That's a tough E6.
3 runs for Hyannis, 4 errors by the YD Red Sox. We're in the top of the 4th. We're going to step aside. New pitcher coming into the game for YD as we take a break here at Red Wilson Field. We welcome you back to Red Wilson Field, where we've seen 4 errors and 4 total runs. 3-1, the YD Red Sox trailed the Hyannis Harbor Hawks, and a new pitcher on the mound activated today out of Ball State. It's Sam Klein, the right-handed pitcher, who had a 3.18 ERA and 34 innings of work, to face the 9-hole hitter Riku Nishida, with a runner at second in Pancho Ruiz. And what has been a chaotic inning here at Red Wilson Field, 3 errors committed by the Red Sox, who they seem like they're ready for a day off to try to regroup and relax. Nishida, a left-handed batter against the righty Klein. He looks at second and deals. And a swing at a big chopper up the middle. Mydroff on the backhand. The second baseman's turned to first in time for the out. A good play by Chase Mydroff after the speedster Nishida, who stole 35 bases this past spring, was on his way to first. On to third on the play goes Pancho Ruiz. And with 2 outs and a runner 90 feet away, here's Justin Hyannis. 3-1, Hyannis leads YD in this July 4th matchup. Harbor Hawks trying to sweep the home and home. Klein sets and deals. And the left-handed bat of Hyannis looks at a curveball that bounces in the dirt. Good stop by Schliger as he watches that take a couple hops to his left. 1 ball and no strikes. First time we see Sam Klein. Sam? It's our first Sam on the team.
He's got a good name.
There you go. Can he pitch as well as you can broadcast? 1-0. Fastball just misses away. Very close pitch. Mike Hinojosa says it's just off the outside. 2 balls and no strikes. If you're just joining us, well, let's catch you up on how this run scored. Dominic Patelli took a walk against Chris Bowe. Here's the 2-0. Fastball rocketed right at the first baseman, Bovee. He snares it head high. 3 errors in the inning. 1 hit, 1 left on, 1 comes across. To the bottom of the 4th we go. It's 3-1. The Hyannis Harbor Hawks lead the YD Red Sox. Red Shirt Fridays is a national program created to acknowledge, honor, and support our troops and first responders who put themselves in harm's way to defend our freedom. In support of this program, the Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox and all Cape League teams will be wearing a specially designed red jersey every Friday. This special weekly celebration of Red Shirt Fridays is sponsored by Zephyr Hats, the Massachusetts State Lottery, and OT Sports. Support our troops, first responders, and join us by wearing red every Friday. Carlo Jimenez and Sam Lebowitz with you here as we welcome you back to the bottom of the 4th inning. 3-1, the Hyannis Harbor Hawks lead the YD Red Sox. And Sam, the big number on the board is the 4 errors for the YD Red Sox, allowing 1 run to score in that top of the 4th. A YD team that went through a funky game yesterday. 2 days ago against Wareham, they allowed 11 runs. How does this team seemingly find their mojo after winning 5 straight?
Well, I think they got to figure out a way to play a little bit tighter, but there's still a lot of baseball left in this one. They're only trailing 3-1, despite the 4 errors. I think you'll take an inning in which you give up only 1 run if there's 3 errors, rather than an inning like Wareham where they gave up 5 runs in an inning. Still lots of time in this game. They're still in this game. They have a run on the board. They can certainly come back in their home ballpark with their home fans around them. It's only 3-1. The biggest way to bounce back from 2.5 now weird games in which they haven't played their cleanest baseball is to clean it up and finish off this game strong and win a baseball game.
July 4th action between Hyannis and YD. Here's the lefty Mike Bovee. Swings at the first pitch and foul taps it down the third baseline. 3-1, the Hyannis Harbor Hawks lead the YD Red Sox. In the last 10 July 4th matchups between these two teams, it's been as even as it can be. Hyannis has won 5, YD has won 5. A 1 to Bovey. And he swings and lifts one into left. Left fielder Moore comes in 3 paces and makes a head-high catch. Mike Bovey 0 for 2. Well, now up comes Cole Carrig. Sam, something that you've talked about with this YD team is they're missing maybe that spark plug, that guy who's ultra hot. Hunter Haas has been on an 8-game hitting streak. He's hit the ball well, but somebody who can really make loud contact in the batter's box. But this is a guy, Cole Carrig, who has that ability. We just haven't seen the power off the lefty's bat. Opening offering, he swings and foul taps one into the glove of Ruiz. No balls and 1 strike.
Cole's a guy who's 6'3" and is a strong guy, but his swing is not engineered to really tap into that natural power at his size. He only hit 3 home runs for the Aztecs this year. Only 1 this year so far for the summer.
0-1, he rolls it up the middle into center field. Backhanded by the second baseman, Nishida. Throw from the outfield grass is in on a hop. Carrig beats it on the infield single. A terrific play by Nishida to just get to that baseball. But that brings the tying run to the plate. 3-1, Hyannis leads YD with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. And here's Johnny Long. Big shout out to Johnny's mom, Miss Long, who brought us some tasty treats.
Some treats from Bucky's Bakery, some whoopie pies, some cinnamon buns that we are very excited to tear into after this game.
Hopefully to celebrate a YD win if the Red Sox can get it done. Here's first pitch to Long, and the right-handed batter takes a strike on the outer edge. No balls and 1 strike. At first is Carrig. Long represents the tying run. He's got 2 home runs. Both of them have been at Red Wilson on a packed July 4th. 0-1. Carrig is running. Fastball upstairs. The throw from Ruiz. Not in time. Dropping the ball is Nishida. The second baseman applied the tag. Looked like that got there in plenty of time. But the ball popped out of the glove. Carrig with another stolen base. That is his 11th of the summer. Nishida a little slow to get up. And it looks like they count 1 ball and 1 strike. That fastball was upstairs. So Carrig works himself into scoring position, Sam. And an opportunity for Long to pick up an RBI. He has 10 of them.
It's Cole's 11th stolen base already this summer. Feels like every time he's aboard, he's got a chance to steal an extra 90.
3-1, Hyannis leads YD, but the YD Red Sox are trying to trim away at that lead in the bottom of the 4th with 1 out. Here comes an 0-1. Fastball at the knees. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Amaral up to 57 pitches today. Jersey flapping in the wind as he looks at Carrig, who leads at second. 1-2. Long rolls one on the ground towards third. Third baseman Pepe, glove, stares at second, throws across the diamond to first. Long retired on the 5-3. 2 away. Cole Carrig remains at second base, and it's up to Drew Bowser to bring home a run for the YD Red Sox. Bowser out of Stanford, went to Harvard Westlake High School. Produced quite the plethora of talent in Southern California. 2 outs, 3-1, Hyannis leads YD, and a phantom throw to first by Amaral. Bowser's mom, also a graduate of Stanford and a renowned TV producer. First pitch, Drew Bowser swings and drives one into shallow right center field. Coming in, the center fielder, McConnell. He can't get to it in time. It drops at his feet. Carrig grounds third, comes home without a throw. He was running on contact, and Drew Bowser picks up his first RBI of the summer and cuts this lead in half. It's 3-2. Hyannis leads YD.
When you're as strong as Drew Bowser, you don't have to always hit it that hard, because if you do get it off the fist, that strength can take over and punch it over the second baseman's head. He didn't get it very much, but he got it just enough to get it past Nishida and in front of McConnell. All you need, Red Sox get that or unearned run back.
Right-handed bat of Jordan Thompson comes out swinging at the first pitch, sends it into right field. Channel, the right fielder on the back pedal, ranges to his left and makes the catch. 2 hits, 1 left on, but 1 comes across, and the YD Red Sox have cut the lead in half. It's now 3-2. Hyannis leads YD here at Red Wilson Field. We welcome you back to YD Baseball as we begin the 5th inning. Giardino's Family Restaurant, a Cape Cod tradition, same family, same location for 52 years. Giardino's is part of the community, giving back to many and various organizations. As part of the recognition, a Yarmouth Little League field is named in memory of their dad, who founded their business in 1970. Giardino's is a family-oriented operation serving a wide-range menu, sure to please everyone. Give us a try, and you will come back. Visit us at 242 Main Street, Route 28 in West Yarmouth, or visit Giardino'sFamilyRestaurant.com. Carlo Jimenez next to Sam Lebowitz as a streak of cloud covers the top of Red Wilson Field. 3-2. The YD Red Sox trail the Hyannis Harbor Hawks here at home, looking to split the home-and-home matchup against their Western Division opponent. Left-handed bat of Nolan Channel digs in to begin the 5th. He's walked 2 times today. Sam Klein kicks and deals. Channel takes a fastball for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Channel Sam, who has been pretty much unretirable in this home and home. He has taken 5 walks. His lone hit is a solo home run. Sam Klein on the mound, 0-1. Swing and a miss. Curveball gets him to chase. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes to him.
That was pretty good overhand curveball by Sam Klein. We haven't seen many of those so far. Obviously, just the 2nd inning of work here this summer, but a lot of fastballs back in the 4th. That was a dandy of an off-speed pitch.
0-2. And a swing and a pop-up into left field. The left fielder, Thompson, coming in. He says, I got it, and makes the catch. Head high, there's one away. 3-2, Hyannis leads YD. The last run for the Harbor Hawks came in the 4th on a walk. Dominic Patelli then went on to steal second. He reached third on a throwing error by the pitcher, Chris Bowe, and then came home on a throwing error by the right fielder, Homer Bush Jr. The Red Sox gifting Hyannis a run in the top of the 4th, getting one back in the bottom of the frame. Now trying to keep this a 1-run game. Here's the right-handed bat of Tito Flores against Klein. Opening offering, fastball, just misses low. 1 ball and no strikes. Flores, Sam, a deep squat in his stance. He is almost in a 90-degree squat as he digs in. Out of Allen Park, Michigan. 1-0. Fastball low. 2 balls and no strikes to Flores. Flores struck out in the 3rd, walked back in the 1st. Part of that 2-run 1st inning for the visiting Harbor Hawks, making their first trip to Red Wilson. Klein's 2-0. Fastball, swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike. Crowd full down the right field line. Somebody getting warm in the Hyannis bullpen. It's about 3 or 4 rows of chairs anywhere around Red Wilson Field. Without a doubt, the best crowd we have seen on Independence Day. 2-1. Big curveball misses low and away. 3 balls and a strike here to Tito Flores with 1 out, and the base is empty. in the top of the fifth. 3-2, Hyannis leads YD. Shadows creeping onto the field down the left field line, climbing the mound where Klein stands. 3-1, fastball low. There's a one-out walk to Tito Flores as he reaches. Looks like it's Connor O'Halloran in that bullpen for Hyannis. A 1 on and 1 out in a 1-run game. Here's the left-handed bat of Cole McConnell out of Louisiana Tech. Back-to-back games with multiple hits for McConnell. Klein peeks over his left shoulder, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss on a curveball. That curveball, Sam, just seems to drop off the table. No balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, McConnell didn't mean to there. That was a nasty curveball on a weak half swing.
Leading at first is Flores. 1 stolen base on the summer for him. 0-1 and a swing and a foul down the right field line. Ripped on the ground. No balls and 2 strikes. Couple of fans pop out of their seats in those bleachers. Try it for the bare hand. They both miss. Top 5, 3-2. The Hyannis lead over the YD Red Sox. Harborhawks winning a weird one yesterday in which we saw our home plate umpire Douglas Isham leave with a head injury. 1 out, 0-2. Changeup drops in. Strike 3 called. Klein with his first strikeout as a YD Red Sox as he retires Cole McConnell. And there's 2 away.
Playing left field, number 19 for Tennessee, Christian Moore.
3-2. The Hyannis Harborhawks lead the YD Red Sox. Here's Christian Moore with Flores at first. First pitch, curveball is in the zone. No balls and 1 strike. Christian Moore, whose brother C.J. Moore was drafted in the 13th round in 2014. The major of hospitality and tourism management at Tennessee. 0-1. Another curveball fought off and fouled towards the on-deck circle of Hyannis, where Dominic Patelli is warming up. No balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first is Flores after his walk. Klein atop the mound, ball behind his lower back. He comes set at the belt in a closed-off stance. From the first base side of the rubber, here comes his 0-2. Curveball, check swing. Did he go? Yes, says first base umpire Michael Farnham. And back-to-back strikeouts end the top of the 5th. We are halfway home here at Red Wilson Field. 1 walk, 1 left on. No runs come across for Hyannis. Bottom of the 5th coming your way. Red Sox looking for the tying run, down 3-2. Hey fans, Devidime is the official website development company of the Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox. They designed and developed our website and helped us with marketing to bring more fans to the games and more visitors to our website. Devidime helps organizations generate more leads and maximize their marketing budget. Check out devidime.com to learn more, and be sure to like Devidime on Facebook. That's DEVADIGM.com. Devidime.com. New pitcher on the mound out of Ontario. It's Connor O'Halloran making his 3rd appearance of the summer for the Hyannis Harborhawks as the Harborhawks look to protect their 3-2 lead. 3rd outing of the summer for O'Halloran, 2.7 ERA so far. He has allowed 4 hits and 1 walk in 3 1/3. The pitcher from Michigan taking the baseball from Austin Amaral.
Is this our first Canadian?
It is.
Mississauga, Ontario native, Connor O'Halloran.
This past season with Michigan, O'Halloran had a 5.4 ERA and 92 2/3 innings of work. He struck out 104 batters, Sam, and walked 40. So pretty good strikeout to walk ratio for the left-hander as he faces Homer Bush Jr., Luke Schliger, and Hunter Haas. The Red Sox trail by just a singleton. They haven't led in this home-and-home series with the Hyannis Harbor Hawks and trying to change that in the bottom of the 5th inning here on Independence Day. Thanks so much for spending your 4th of July with us as the YD Red Sox look to end a mini 2-game slide. It's the 9-1-2 hitters for YD. Right-handed Bush of Homer Bush Jr. looks on. First pitch. Takes a fastball. Catches the outside part of the plate. No balls and 1 strike. Homer walked his last time up. 0-1 is a fastball away. Count 1 ball and 1 strike. Light clouds overhead here at Red Wilson Field. The trees swing in the outfield. 1-1. Bush swings and fouls one back to the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now Halloran in the shade on the mound. So is Bush at the plate. 1-2. Homer takes a changeup low. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Connor O'Halloran spent last summer with Bismarck in the Northwoods League. Was teammates with Cole Roberts.
Former YD Red Sox. 2-2. Look out. Got him on the left heel. Homer Bush pops up. He does have a protective shield on that left leg as that clipped the shoe from the sound of it. And Homer Bush Jr. reaches for the 2nd time today. Here's Luke Schliger.
Well, those legs are the moneymakers for Homer Bush Jr. with all his speed. He is walking this one off down the right field line, making sure he's good to go. Normally, I'd say that having Homer Bush Jr. on base as the leadoff runner, as the getting on base as the leadoff batter is key for the Red Sox in a 1-run game, but you want to make sure that he can actually run at full speed before you say anything like that, because we know the kind of havoc that he can create on the base paths, with all of his speed.
Scott Pickler wants to talk to Homer Bush Jr. about his leg, make sure he's all right, because if he says, "I'm good, coach," Sam, he's going to be off and running. A guy who in his first game here at Red Wilson's Field stole 3 bases. 4 bases. Didn't mean to shortchange him. Bush does a little jog behind home. Jogs back to first. And it looks like the man who is very fast is all right. 3-2. The Hyannis Harbor Hawks lead the YD Red Sox. Bottom of the 5th inning. And the Red Sox with the tying run at first. They go ahead at the plate. Here is the left-handed bat of Luke Schliger. Schliger with a red handle on that bat. First pitch. He swings and lifts one into the gap into left center field. Left fielder Moore going back. Squares his shoulders to the last second and makes the catch. Schliger sends one for a ride. 2nd time today he is lined out to left field. And here's Hunter Haas with 1 on and 1 away. Hunter Haas picked up a hit his last time up in the 3rd. Now rocking an 8-game hitting streak, which is tied for the longest this summer, or the 2nd longest. Bush Jr. at first. 1 out. Right-handed batter Haas looks towards O'Connell. Swings at the first pitch. Skies it into center field. A base hit. A single for Hunter Haas, his 2nd of the day. And there's 2 on with 1 out. So opportunity for YD. They have the tying run at 2nd. They go ahead at first. Here's Chase Mydrive. 3-2. Hyannis leads YD. Harbor Hawks won yesterday 5-2 after a 3-run bottom of the 8th. YD yet to lead in this 2-game stretch against Hyannis. Mydroff can change that with a big swing. O'Halloran, a ghost throw back to second. Back on his feet is Homer Bush Jr. The crowd continues to pour in here at Red Wilson Field. First pitch home. Mydroff takes a first pitch slider inside. Misses the plate. 1 ball and no strikes. Chase 0 for 2 today. Right-handed batter has reached in all but 1 game this summer, and that was the first one he played in. 1-0. Change up. Drops in, knee high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
O'Halloran barely stopped there in his set. That was almost a balk. Not sure any of the umpires noticed it, but you got to come to a full stop, and he only just barely did that.
He comes set, looks at second, deals home 1-1. Slider misses well away. 2 balls and a strike. Homer Bush Jr. at second. At first is Hunter Haas. 3-2. The Hyannis Harbor Hawks lead the Whitey Red Sox. 2-1. Both runners start. Running on the play is Haas. He's almost at second. Homer Bush Jr. is on his way to third. They throw into the third baseman Pepe, who's charging back towards Bush and gets tagged out by the second baseman Nishida, and somebody didn't get the right signal. And it looks like it's Homer Bush Jr. He goes down to Scott Pickler, who's talking to him, because Hunter Haas looked back towards first, and the head coach at first base for YD gave him a nod of the head as if to say, yeah, you were right. Homer just didn't run. And so now 2 outs. Another mental mistake, Sam. Seems like in July, since the calendar turned, YD has made too many of those. 2 outs now. Tying run still at second. And here's Chase Mydroff.
And Bush did kind of start and stop at second. Maybe he didn't get quite the read he wanted at second and held up, but Hunter Haas didn't see it until far too late. Not sure what happened there.
O'Halloran's 2-2. Swinging a high fly ball down the left field line, going back to left fielder Moore. He's looking up. It's off the bottom of the fence. Hunter Haas scores from second. Into second is Chase Mydroff. Moore tracks it down on a couple hops. An RBI double for Mydroff. And this game is even in the bottom of the 5th. It's 3-3.
Mydroff comes through again, just like yesterday, driving home Hunter Haas on a 2-out RBI double. But that, man, really, that pickoff, that miscommunication by the Red Sox looming large as the Harbor Hawks played the ball to first base to see if Mydroff had somehow missed the first base bag. But Michael Farnan says he did touch the bag. That would have been disastrous, I think, for the Red Sox. But
and you think about that double, like you said, Sam. I mean, YD's got their first lead of this 2-game series. Still the go-ahead run at second base. But, man, they have not made the climb easier for themselves. Bovey, a left-handed batter, looks on. Mike in a little bit of a slump. Just 3 for his last 25. Can he move Mydroff home? First pitch, slider away. 1 ball and no strikes. 3-3 the score. Red Sox have now put up runs in 3 straight frames. Mydroff at second with decent speed. 1-0. Bovey takes a fastball on the inner edge. 1 ball and 1 strike. Flag quiet in left. Fans standing about. If you didn't bring a lawn chair, it's standing room only. And if you didn't bring a high lawn chair and you didn't get here early, you might not have a place to put it. 1-1 to Bovey. And he swings and misses at a slider. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Sam, one thing that I've noticed throughout today's game is a lot of the runs for YD coming with 2 outs on the board.
I think all 3 of them have come as 2-out RBI hits. And
here's the 1-2, misses low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's a good job by the Red Sox. Otherwise, this could be a very different game. But the clutch hitting has been there for them today.
Mydroff at second. 2 outs. Bovee trying to bring him home. 2-2. Changeup misses below the knees. Full count. Mydroff will be running on any contact. So even if Bovee just squeezes one in the outfield, Chase should have a head start. After his RBI double, he represents the go-ahead run in a 3-3 game with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Payoff pitch to Bovee. Slider just misses away. Bovee takes first on the walk. Mike reaches for the first time today. There's now 2 on with 2 out. And up comes Cole Carrig, who scored his last time up in the 4th after singling. And we're going to get a mound visit here, Sam, as somebody is up and running in that Hyannis pen. We've already seen 1 pitching change today. O'Halloran starting here in the 5th. He hit Homer Bush Jr. on the shoe. Got Schliger to line out to left. Gave up a single to Hunter Haas. Homer Bush Jr. was caught off the bag, trying to go to third on what was some sort of miscommunication between him, Hunter Haas, who was running on the play. Mydroff laced a double down the left field line, then 1 hop the wall to score Hunter Haas from second, and Bovee walked. And it's going to be Alejandro Rosario, a right-handed pitcher out of Miami, who is warming up in that pen. A Hyannis team again today without their field manager, Eric Beatty, who was suspended for 3 games after getting tossed yesterday and then not leaving the field within the necessary time. Two on, 2 out, tie game. 3-3 between Hyannis and YD. And the Red Sox looking for their first lead of the afternoon. First pitch, right-hander hit Carrig, rifles one into left. Going back to left fielder Moore, looking up, and it's off the bottom of the wall. Mydroff hits the base, rounding third, coming home is Bovee. The throw in from the shortstop Patelli, not in time. A 2 RBI double from Cole Carrig. And the YD Red Sox have their first lead in the bottom of the 5th. It's 5-3.
Well, we talked about how Cole Carrig hadn't shown a lot of power. When he has shown power, it's been as a right-hand hitter. That's where his home run this season came, and he barely missed another there, hitting off the base of the fence in the deepest part of the ballpark in the power rallies. How about Cole Carrig? That was ripped.
And that looks like it's going to be it for O'Halloran. 3 runs have come across, all with 2 outs for the YD Red Sox, as they now take a 5-3 lead in the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll step aside and be right back here at the Cape Cod Broadcast Network. New pitcher on the mound for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks as we welcome you back to a continuing bottom of the fifth inning. 3 runs already in. They've all come with 2 outs, and the Whitey Red Sox have their first lead of the afternoon, a 5-3 advantage over the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. It is the right-handed arm of Jackson Hyannis on the mound. Sam, what do we know about Jackson Hyannis out of Princeton?
Well, Jackson Hyannis was a two-way player this year for the Princeton Tigers. Hit .318 as a switch-hitting first baseman in 88 at-bats, but he's a smart guy, a big, tall, 6'5" right-handed pitcher, an academic All-Ivy this year, and an Ivy League Pitcher of the Week in early March.
He looks at the right-handed bat of Johnny Long to begin his outing. First pitch home. Long swings, hits one sharply on the ground off the end of the bat towards short. Shortstop Patelli scoops, throw to first, and plenty of time. Hyannis throws one pitch. He gets the out he's looking for on a ground ball to third, or to short, and that ends the bottom of the fifth. 3 hits, 3 come across, 1 left on. The big 2-run double by Cole Carrig gives the Whitey Red Sox a 5-3 lead. We head to the 6th here on the Cape Cod Broadcast Network. No, we don't. Welcome back to Red Wilson Field. I'm Carlo Jimenez. To my right is Sam Lebowitz as we welcome you to the start of the 6th inning, where the Whitey Red Sox have their first lead thanks to a 3-run bottom of the 5th. It's Dominic Patelli, Rocco Pepe, and Pancho Ruiz due up for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks, who trail for the first time today. Left-handed batter looks on. First pitch. Curveball catches the outside part of the plate, and Sam Klein, the pitcher on the mound, Gonna have to get used to that. Has had a great first start for these Whitey Red Sox.
Coming in relief of Chris Bowe, he's looked good.
0-1 is a curveball that doesn't break above the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Mostly 92s with the fastball and a really nice overhand curveball that has fooled some of these Harbor Hawk hitters. He's gotten some ugly swings. He's looked good. And quieting this Harbor Hawks lineup down after the messy top of the 4th and has kept the Red Sox in it, and here they are.
1-1, curveball high, 2 balls and a strike. Shadows starting to engulf the infield here at Red Wilson Field. Still plenty of fans out and about here on July 4th, trying to catch some baseball and then some fireworks. 2-1 is a fastball down Broadway. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sam Klein activated today. Drew Dowd also activated today. 2 pitchers for the Red Sox. Maybe we see Dowd later in the game. 2-2. Swinging a ground ball on 2 hops. Backhanded by the first baseman, Mike Bovey. He'll jog to first and retire Dominic Patelli. Pitcher warming up in the pen for the Whitey Red Sox is Sean Gamlin, affectionately known as Gamer by everyone, according to him. Says no one calls him Sean. Base is empty, 1 out, 5-3. Whitey leads Hyannis. Wind howling out to left. Really started to pick up here in South Yarmouth. Here's Rocco Pepe, left-handed batter. Takes the first pitch, curveball. 1 ball and no strikes. Pepe struck out swinging his first time up. Was 0 for 4 yesterday with a strikeout. 1-0. And he takes a changeup for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Klein's uniform blowing in the wind. He bends at the belt, peers in, gets the sign from Schlinker. 1-1 offering. Fastball hit hard down the left field line and foul. Great job by John McNulty, who ducks it as the ball goes right for his head. Rocco Pepe headhunting there, and McNulty, he's paying attention. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And Rocco Pepe just pointed the bat out to him and said, hey, my bad, but good on you, showing a little athleticism, John.
Umpires are athletes, too. Base is empty, 1 out. Here's the 1-2. Above the zone, fastball misses high. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Rocco Pepe, who spent last summer with the Bathsheba Big Train of the Cal Ripken League. A bright orange barrel on that bat. He holds it just in front of him. 1 out, 2-2. And he swings and just taps a foul ball. 5-3, the Whitey Red Sox lead the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Since 2009, which is as far back as our stats go, Hyannis has never swept the July 4th home and home against YD. In fact, they hadn't won a game in this home and home July 4th series since 2019. Winning yesterday by a score of 5-2. 2-2. Check swing on a slider. Did he go? No. 3 balls and 2 strikes. A full count here to Pepe with Pancho Ruiz on deck.
Lots of curveballs in this sequence. We'll see where he goes on 3-2. I think he's throwing a whole bunch of them consecutively.
Klein sets and deals. 3-2. And a swing and a foul. There's the fastball. Back to the screen. Rocco Pepe out of Huntington Beach, California. Southern California native. Attending Long Beach State and majoring in consumer affairs. 3-2. And he swings and fights another fastball off down the left field line. Grant Taylor pops out of the YD dugout to grab the baseball. The pitcher from Washington State. Pepe looks on, and a long at-bat with Klein. Base is empty, 1 out. Another full count offering. Fastball misses up and in. And Rocco works a walk on to first. Brings the tying run to the plate. That's Pancho Ruiz. In this 5-3 YD Red Sox lead over the Hyannis Harbor Hawks.
San Diego State.
Pancho Ruiz, who gets his name from his grandfather, who also played baseball in the Mexican Pacific League in Culiacan, Sinaloa, for the Tomateros de Culiacan. Right-handed batter, looks at a first pitch curveball and taps it back to the screen. No balls and 1 strike. Pepe leading at first, just 1 stolen base this summer for him. He stole just 2 in the spring with the Dirtbags of Long Beach State. And Pancho Ruiz actually played for the Tomateros de Culiacan at the age of 17. Klein's 0-1, fastball popped up down the left field line, shallow left field. Left fielder Thompson towards the line with that bright blue mitt makes the catch. There's 1 away. 2 away. And here's Rico Nishida. More clouds starting to move in over Red Wilson. The end of 7 games in 7 days for the YD Red Sox. On the infield grass at third is the third baseman Bowser. Nishida has been known to put bunts down. First pitch, he shows bunt, pulls it back, snap back throw to first, might have a chance, not in time. Back on a head first slide is Pepe And Sam, it looked like Mike Bovee wasn't exactly sure which way he was going to try to bring the tag, and that just gave Pepe enough time to get back on ahead for a slide.
If you're going to make that throw, you want to throw it to the bag so the first baseman can kind of come back and reach behind him, but that throw more to the second base side of first base.
1 on, 2 gone. Throw to first. Bovee snares the high throw from Klein and touches the back of Pepe, who's back in time. Riku Nishida. One of the best stories on Cape. 1-0. Fastball. Catches the outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. And really, Sam, a story of perseverance. The ability to go from JUCO to a D1 program like Oregon, who was fighting for the top of the Pac-12 with the likes of Oregon State and Stanford. 2 top 4 national seeds. 1-1. Fastball in the dirt, bounces over the head of Schliger and just gets behind him. Onto second goes Pepe, who takes a big turn there but heads back to the bag on the wild pitch. And then paying to play summer ball to playing on the best summer ball league in the country. And you're not totally surprised when you learn this is a guy who had to beat out 100 people to make his high school team. Odds have been stacked against Riku for a long time, and he continues to beat him. 2-1. Fastball misses low. 3 balls and a strike with first base open and 2 outs, 5-3. The Whitey Red Sox lead the Hyannis Harborhawks.
And Carlo not just playing in the best summer league, he's playing well. It feels like over these 2 games, he's been right in the middle of everything, both on the defensive side at second and on the offensive side, dropping down bunts, stealing bases, causing havoc for the Harborhawks.
3-1. Fastball on the ground, hit towards the shortstop, Hunter Haas. He vacuums, throw to first, in time to beat the speedster Nishida and end the 6th. 1 walk, 1 left on, no runs come across. It's time for trivia here at Red Wilson Field, and we'll get you that now. Fans, it's time for our 6th inning trivia contest brought to you by Coxswain Media and Pixie 103. Cape Cod's Rock. We'll give you today's trivia question. Answer the question before the next home game by going to WhiteyRedSox.com/trivia. Answer correctly, and you'll be eligible to win an official Whitey Red Sox game jersey signed by the 2022 Whitey Red Sox team. Are you ready, Sam?
I am.
Here's today's trivia question. Which 2 players from the Whitey Red Sox 2007 championship team have been the starting catcher in the World Series? Again, that's which 2 players from the Whitey Red Sox 2007 championship team have been the starting catcher in the World Series. Don't forget to submit your answer at WhiteyRedSox.com/trivia. Good luck, and we'll catch you on the flip side. 5-3, the Whitey Red Sox lead the Hyannis Harborhawks. True.
Yeah.
We welcome you back to Red Wilson Field. I'm Carly Menace. Am I right? Sam Lebowitz. Bottom of the 6th inning coming your way. 5-3. The Whitey Red Sox lead the Hyannis Harborhawks, looking for a July 4th win against Hyannis. Drew Bowser due up, the 7-hole hitter, to begin the bottom of the 6th as Jackson Emis sets at the belt. First pitch home. Right-handed batter looks at a slider that catches the zone. No balls and 1 strike. Emis threw 1 pitch coming out of the pen in the 5th. He got a ground ball to short from Johnny Long, and now back out here for the 6th. 0-1 to Bowser. Slider misses away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Drew Bowser picked up his first RBI of the summer of 2022 on a single in the 4th inning. Right-handed batter from Stanford stands in the middle of that batter's box. 1-1. Swing and a miss. High fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wind blowing out to left. We've seen 2 balls hit the bottom of the fence in left field. YD has turned on some fastballs from Hyannis, but nothing over the fence. Hyannis comes set from the first base side of the rubber. A closed-off stance is 1-2. Bowser swings and misses at a slider and starts things out in the bottom of the 6th with a strikeout. 1 away. There's the first K for Jackson Hyannis. Where the base is cleared, here's Jordan Thompson. YD looking to add to their 5-3 lead over Hyannis. Thompson walked, stole second, came around to score in the 3rd.
Carlo, that's just the 2nd strikeout for the Red Sox today after striking out 16 times yesterday. Good bounce back.
First pitch to Thompson is a front door slider that misses low. 1 ball and no strikes. Well, improvement is good for a team that's lost 2 in a row and is hitting just 199 over their last 5 games. Trying to find some rhythm with the bats. 1-0. Thompson takes, change up, and catches just the edge of the plate away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jordan Thompson out of Helix High School in California, which has produced athletes like Bill Walton, Reggie Bush. 1-1. Thompson swings and misses at a fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Alex Smith. Base is empty. 1 out. 5-3. YD leads Hyannis. A full crowd here on Independence Day. 1-2. Thompson looks at a slider that misses well away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count levels. Jordan, nicknamed by LSU the San Diego Slammer. 1 extra base hit for him this summer. That was a home run that happened here at Red Wilson. 2-2. And he half swings at a slider and goes, according to home plate umpire Mike Hinojosa. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the bottom of the 6th for Jackson Hyannis. Here's Homer Bush. But YD not done yet, Sam. A team that has scored all 5 of their runs today with 2 outs. Shadows engulfing the left side of the infield. Starting to move towards second and first. Cloud gently blowing across the field. First pitch to the ready, Homer Bush. He looks at a slider that bounces in. 1 ball and no strikes. Homer, who was hit on the heel in his last at-bat, has reached twice, once on a walk. Bat bouncing off his right shoulder with the bases empty and 2 away. Here's the 1-0. And he swings and curls one down the right field line and foul for a souvenir. 1 ball and 1 strike. Three to 4 rows of chairs down the left and right field lines. The entire outfield beyond the fence filled with people. Kids hanging atop the camera stand in straightaway center. 1-1. Bush takes a ball in the dirt. Curveball bounces in. 2 balls and a strike. Out of South Lake, Texas, Homer Bush Jr., the son of former MLB player Homer Bush. 2-1. Slider misses away. 3 balls and a strike. Homer's dad played 7 seasons in the big leagues for the Yankees, the Blue Jays, the Marlins. Was a career .285 hitter from 97 to 04. 2 out, nobody on. 3-1. Bush takes a strike. Bottom of the zone. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs and nobody on. 5-3. YD leads Hyannis. Homer saw a 3-2 count in his first at bat of the day and took a walk. He peers in towards Hyannis, who comes set at the bell. 3-2. Bush, a late swing, fights off a fastball as he sends one on a line towards the fence of that dugout for Hyannis. And Sam, sometimes you feel like maybe that pressure gets to you of playing baseball when your father, who made it to the biggest stage. 3-2. And he swings and hits one softly on the ground on 3 hops for the third baseman, Pepe. Throw across the diamond just in time. Beats Homer Bush Jr. by half a step and makes it a 1-2-3 inning for Jackson Hyannis. 5-3. The YD Red Sox lead the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. We take you to the 7th, where Sam Lebowitz will take us the rest of the way. YD up by a pair through 6.
No summer in YD Red Sox Nation would be complete without the youth baseball clinics, where boys and girls ages 5 and up can learn the game of baseball and the importance of sportsmanship. Kids get to master the fundamentals of the game and sharpen their skills in a fun baseball clinic taught by Coach Pickler and the future major leaguers on our roster. For more information, go to ydredsox.com/clinics. This year's youth baseball clinics proudly sponsored by the Salty Dog Group of Keller Williams Realty, MP Sports Cards, and Giardino's Family Restaurant. The YD Red Sox and all the kids, thank you. We enter the 7th inning here on the 4th of July as the sun begins to set beyond the tree line down the third baseline. A new pitcher for the Red Sox will face the top of the Harbor Hawks lineup in a 5-3 game, the Red Sox leading. It's Sean Gamlin to take over after Sam Klein worked 2 2/3 of relief for the Red Sox. Looked great in his summer debut. Gamlin pitched last night, and the first pitch to Justin Hyannis is a fastball that misses in off the inside corner to the left-hand hitter. Hyannis 0 for 3 out of the leadoff spot. Gamlin came in the 8th inning in a tie game and was right in the middle of all the controversy last night. 1-0, and another fastball, again, misses down and in. Gamlin's specs come off his face as he fires that one in. 2-0 on Hyannis. Gamlin only faced 2 hitters. The first one was Hyannis, and he allegedly hit him on the inside arm. Took about 10 minutes to figure that one out between the umpires and the coaches. 2-0. Skips in. Fastball, 3-0 to Hyannis. And then, after that play, he walked the ensuing hitter on 4 pitches, which led to the roughly 25-minute delay, as Douglas Isham, last night's home plate umpire, had to leave the game because he was unable to continue physically after being knocked down by a couple of foul tips. 3-0 to Hyannis. Fastball, inside corner strike, and now on 3 straight of those fastballs, Sean Gamlin has lost his rec specs, his glasses, as he is in effortful motion down the mound, working a 3-1 to the Harbor Hawks leadoff hitter and first baseman. Red Sox up 5-3 here in the top of the 7th. Here it comes, 3-1, and a broken bat looper to the first baseman, Drew Bowser. He makes the catch. And that is the first out in the 7th. We have a defensive change, evidently, as the Red Sox have swapped their corner infielders. Drew Bowser had been playing third base. He's now with the big mitt over on the other side of the infield playing first. And Mike Bovey, who had been playing first, is now playing the hot corner at third. That's the only defensive change.
And I think that makes a lot of sense with the way that, especially the bottom of the 4th inning went, Sam. You get guys who are much more comfortable at their positions.
Here's Nolan Shaniel. First pitch, off-speed pitch, misses high. So after the ensuing walk and then the delay, as Rudy Fernbach was trying to get the home plate umping gear on as quickly as he could, the Red Sox got a new pitcher warm. Zach Veen came in for Gamlin, so those are the only 2 batters he faced. 1-0 to Shaniel, misses inside a fastball. Count quickly 2-0. Gamlin was not credited with an earned run in that game, but both of his runners did come around to score. Gamlin still rocking a 0.00 ERA across his first 4 outings coming into this one. The Division III Rhode Island College right-hander, the lone D3 player on the Red Sox roster. 2-0. Misses well inside again, another fastball. And again, Gamlin behind in the count 3-0, just as he was to his first hitter, Hyannis, and just as he was to Shaniel last night. These are the same 2 hitters that Gamlin tasked with facing in his outing last night, as Dylan Ray gets up working in the Red Sox bullpen, as Gamlin will try to find his release point. Here's a 3-0. Up and in for ball 4. So, after walking 3 times last night, Nolan Shaniel has walked for a 3rd time today. The Red Sox have only retired him once across now 8 plate appearances between these 2 games. And the tying run will come up to the plate with Tito Flores, the hitter. Flores today has a pair of walks in his own right. He's also struck out. The Red Sox have walked now 8 hitters in this game, but they lead 5-3. As the Harbor Hawks have just 3 hits on the board. Flores, a right-hand hitter, the first to face Gamlin. And a deep crouch, first pitch. Low and away, off-speed pitch. Gamlin had been missing to the inside to those left-handed hitters pretty wildly with those fastballs, as he'll check on Shaniel, almost threw it away, but Bowser reaches for it. Gamlin will try to collect himself and start throwing some strikes. He's fallen behind now all 3 of his hitters. It's a 1-0 count here on Flores, the Michigan Wolverine, in the DH for the Harbor Hawks. Another check on at first. Gamlin is throwing missiles to Drew Bowser.
He almost had half of his release there. The leg kick up. And Sean's a guy who puts, as you mentioned, Sam, max effort into every pitch, but that means if he's not locating right, he can miss pretty hard.
Gamlin only walked 12 hitters this year for Rhode Island College, struck out 66 across 28 and 2/3 innings, but struggling with his command today after struggling with it again last night. 1-0. Breaking ball. Good one. Slider over the inside corner. Strike 1. The infield here at Red Wilson Field is mostly covered in shadow. There's a small pocket of sunlight between first base and second base, but all 4 infielders are cascaded in shadow. The entire outfield is a sun field. As the infield plays Flores straight up. 1-1. Popped up in foul territory to the right of home plate. Bowser's calling all the way, and he makes the catch with his big glove. And that is the second out. So a good adjustment by Gamlin after falling behind his third hitter. Works back in that count and gets Flores to pop out for the second out. And Cole McConnell, the cleanup hitter, who is 0 for 3, will hit with a runner on first and 2 out. And I don't think Sean Gamlin's going to get to face him. Dylan Ray was warm. Scott Pickler's out of the Red Sox dugout. He'll take the slow trot out to the mound and pull his right-hander from Rhode Island College. Looks like Dylan Ray will take over on the mound in this one, making sure that Pickler takes the ball from his right-hander. No sign yet to that bullpen. And Pickler hasn't yet pulled the plug, and now he will take the ball from his right-hander Gamlin, who will exit to a nice round of applause from Red Sox Nation here at Red Wilson Field. And here comes the Alabama right-hander Dylan Ray to face Cole McConnell. Red Sox leading 5-3, 2 out here in the 7th on Independence Day, July 4th. We hope you're enjoying your holiday. We'll be right back. We welcome you back here in the top half of the 7th. New pitcher for the Red Sox as they lead 5-3 will be the right-hander out of the University of Alabama, Dylan Ray. We'll have a pinch hitter for Cole McConnell to face Dylan Ray, who takes over for the Red Sox. It's Mitch Jebb to pinch hit. Jebb started and led off last night for the Harbor Hawks. The Michigan State left-hand hitter played third base, went 1 for 3, and comes in rocking an 8-game hitting streak. He takes over for McConnell, who went 0 for 3 with a strikeout his last time through. And here's Dylan Ray. Ray pitching in his 5th game for the Red Sox, a 3.17 ERA for the right-hander. First pitch home, misses up and in, a fastball. Been a while since we last saw Dylan Ray. He last pitched on June the 28th. He threw 2 innings of scoreless relief against Harwich in that 9-0 win at White House Field. Tying run at the plate in Jebb. Had 6 home runs this year for Michigan State. The 1-0 misses away another fastball. 2-0 on Jebb, who hails from Saginaw, Michigan, playing his home games in his home state. Saginaw, the home a four-time NBA champion Draymond Green. And Jeb, in a deep crouch, stands in against Dylan Ray. 2-0. Taken. Strike one. A fastball outside corner. Count goes to 2-1. Jeb is without a home run so far on the summer, but Hyannis is not a team that has been doing it with the power stroke. They have the lowest total of home runs on Cape Cod with just 6. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Took something off that one. Pulled the string on a changeup. Count 2-2 on Jeb.
And considering, Sam, they're doing all this offensive work without the home run ball. They're showing the top 3 in RBIs and hits and runs. Really a team that is able to move guys along.
Two teams with the same amount of wins coming into this one. The Eastern Division leading Red Sox, the second place in the West, Harbor Hawks. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Another changeup. Jeb strikes out swinging. Ray gets his man, moves us along to the 7th inning stretch. Red Sox leading 5-3 on Independence Day. Get up and stretch. We'll be right back. Hope you stretched. We move along to the bottom of the 7th. Red Sox leading the Harbor Hawks 5-3 here on a beautiful evening for baseball at Red Wilson Field. It'll be the top of the Red Sox order in the home half of the 7th. Luke Schliger leads off against Jackson Emus, who's back out there for the Harbor Hawks. First pitch home to him, a swing and a miss. Looked like he took something off there. First pitch changeup, first pitch swinging strike. A defensive change in the field for the Harbor Hawks after Mitch Jeb pinch hit for Cole McConnell. He stays in the game, plays third base. Rocco Pepe, who had been playing third base, will now play center for McConnell. 0-1, swing and a miss. Another changeup. Running away from Schliger. Asks Mike Hinojosa if that would have been a strike had he not swung. Gets an answer that pleases him. And we'll get back in the batter's box. 0 for 3 today for Schliger. He's twice lined out to left and also grounded out. Calls time at home plate before an 0-2 here. Red Sox biggest inning was back in the home half of the 5th. They scored 3 runs. Chase Mydroth and Cole Carrig driving home runs with RBI doubles. Carrigs drove home 2. That was the go-ahead shot. 0-2. Slider just missed off the knees. And Schliger barely lifted the bat off his shoulder, but the catcher Pancho Ruiz asking the third base umpire John McNulty if he swung. The answer, I think to many people's surprise, is no.
I guess he takes the old adage, it never hurts to ask.
You don't get if you don't ask, Carlo. Here's a 1-2. Chopped slowly up the third baseline. This one goes foul over towards the third base coaching box. Hunter Haas and Chase Mydroth to follow here in the bottom of the 7th. It's been an entertaining couple of games between these two teams in this home-and-home series. The Harbor Hawks winning an action-packed, controversial late finish yesterday at McKeon Park in Hyannis. The series shifted to Red Wilson today, and it's been just as fun. 1-2 is poked foul the other way. Schliger staying in this at-bat after falling behind 0-2. The entire infield is shaded, including the pitcher's mound and home plate. All 4 Harbor Hawks infielders in their blue jerseys in the shadows, but beyond the infield, it doesn't extend much. 1-2, low and in the dirt. Count 2-2 on Schliger. The entire outfield is cascaded in bright golden hour sun. All 3 outfielders have sunglasses perched atop their heads. A light breeze blowing left to right at the ballpark today, still in the mid-70s temperature-wise. 2-2, out towards left, hit fairly well towards the corner. Moore watching this one land foul just beyond the Red Sox bullpen.
Schliger has lined out to left in both of his last 2 at-bats, Sam. He's going a lot oppo today.
Has yet to work for him. Moore has found the ball twice when he's went that way, but Luke trying to start the Red Sox off hot here in the 7th. 2-2. Breaking ball just missed. It bent around the strike zone. Mike Hinojosa not calling that one, but Pancho Ruiz, the catcher, held it an extra beat. Jackson Emis will stalk around the mound and regroup before a full count pitch. It was 0-2, and Schliger has worked it full 3-2. Emis sets above the belt, and here it is, 3-2, and it's off the fist towards the second baseman. One hop to Nishida. His flip over to first is in time. Schliger fought that one off the hands and grounds out. He's 0 for 4 today, and here's Hunter Haas, who has singled in his last 2 trips, 2 for 3. He's driven in a run. He's also scored. Haas scored the tying run on Chase Mydroth's double in the 5th. And we'll try to make it a 3-hit day. He already extended his hitting streak to 8 games. He squares to bunt and drops down in front of the plate. Pancho Ruiz out of the crouch, gets it. Throw to first in time, and a nice play by Justin Hyannis, who got his arm out of the way before Hunter Haas could take it off as he ran through first base. Almost danger, but Hyannis, a good job to receive that play and get out of dodge. It's the second out. Hunter Haas now 2 for 4 today. And here's Chase Mydroth. Another good day for Chase with that long RBI double as he punched it off the base of the left field fence down in the corner. Then he scored ahead of the Cole Carrig RBI double. Another right-hand hitter. First pitch from Emis. Fastball strike, outside corner. No one's left yet. This ballpark still as full as it's been all day. Lots of lawn chairs set up all around, both behind home plate and down each foul line. A lot of fans out behind the outfield fence as well. 0-1. Fastball, this one missed away. We haven't seen a home run yet today. The Harbor Hawks hit the fewest on Cape Cod. The Red Sox around middle of the pack. They're tied with another team for 4th in the league in home runs with 11. 1-1 in the dirt. But Chase Mydroth has been hitting for some power lately. He has the 1 home run on his summer. That came against Chatham. Excuse me, that home run came against Katuitt here on June 29th. A long RBI double in both halves of this home-and-home series, including one today against Hyannis. 2-1, swing and a miss, down to a knee as he comes up empty on a fastball. Chase has slid in nicely in this middle of the Red Sox order since he got here about 2 weeks ago when the Red Sox were in Bourne, and has reached in every game he's played in except his first. Has the second highest on-base percentage on the team coming into the day, 2-2 in the dirt. It's not just been the hits for Chase. He has more walks than he does hits. That double was his 10th hit of the summer. He's got 11 walks. So even though the batting average comes in at just 257, that on-base percentage up near 500. Here's the 3-2. Chopped foul, left side. It trickles into foul territory where a couple of fans climb over the out-of-bounds line to track it down before retreating back to their parents. Meidroth, a slightly closed stance in the right-hand batter's box, and the University of San Diego Torero peers into Emus. 3-2. Misses down and away for ball 4. Walk number 12 on the summer for Chase Meidroth. He's on board at first with 2 down. And Mike Bovey, who took a walk in his last time up, steps to the plate. And Bovey and Meidroth now again fighting each other for that team lead in walks. Bovey's walk was his 13th of the summer. Meidroth still firmly just one behind him with that 12th walk. Bovey came in to the day 5th on Cape Cod in walks. He stands in with 2 out, runner on first. First pitch to the left-hand hitter, a fastball strike down the middle. Been plenty of walks in this one for both sides. That's the 4th walk the Red Sox have taken. They have also dished out 7 of their own on the pitching side, but they lead 5-3 here in the bottom of the 7th in an action-packed July 4th game with lots of fireworks. 0-1. Slider, good one, drops in, strike 2 over the outside corner. And Bovey will have to work out of a 2-strike hole if he can. Cole Carrig, the on-deck hitter.
Well, we'd love to get Cole up in the frame at 2 for 3 day for Carrig with a couple RBIs. Whitey's offense has been productive with 2 outs.
Red Sox trailed this game 2-0 after the first half inning, but they have come back to lead with 5 2-out runs. 0-2. Check swing tapper foul towards Coach G in the Red Sox dugout, who picks it up with a bare hand.
Okay, Coach.
Red Sox a run in the bottom of the 3rd and a run in the bottom of the 4th, and then 3, the big inning, in the bottom of the 5th. All the runs scoring with 2 out. Bovey trying to make it more. 0-2, runners going. And the pitch is away for ball 1. Throw down, not in time. Chase Meidroth steals his second base of the summer. And Bovey will try to make something of that with a runner in scoring position and now 2 out.
That was an impressive stolen base from Meidroth, who got a great jump. Ruiz's throw was in on a hop, but it was on the money. Chase had to be perfect to get there in time, and he was. Sneaky speed.
And Emus and Ruiz will try to get on the same page and figure out what set of signs they're going to use with a runner on second now. Meidroth, not a very fast guy, but he can sneak him. 1-2 to Bovey. Missed well away, and it goes to the backstop, and up to third goes Meidroth. He takes a big turn at third with Emus a little late to cover. So the Red Sox, who just 2 pitches ago had a runner on first with 2 out, now a runner on third with 2 out. All it'll take is a single now to score Meidroth from third with an insurance run as the Red Sox trying to extend a 5-3 lead here in the bottom of the 7th. He missed a close set. Here comes a 2-2. And it's in there. Strike 3 called. He got him. Fastball at the knees. Bovee, a strikeout victim for the first time today. He's 0 for 3 on the evening, but the Red Sox still lead this game 5-3. We head to the 8th after the Red Sox can't get Mydroth home from 3rd. On to the 8th. We enter the 8th here at Red Wilson Field on a sunny evening on July the 4th, 2022, as the Red Sox and Harbor Hawks celebrating the independence of our nation with America's pastime on this beautiful, beautiful afternoon. Sam Lebowitz alongside Carlo Jimenez. The Red Sox leading the Harbor Hawks 5-3 here in the top of the 8th. Dylan Ray goes back to the mound for his second inning of work, hopefully first full inning. Christian Moore steps in, right-hand batter. First pitch, curveball, drops in strike 1. Ray came in the 7th, faced one hitter, struck out Mitch Jebb with a runner on and 2 out. 0-1 to Moore. Curveball, this one missed away. Moore started the scoring today with a first inning RBI single. Has since grounded out and struck out. 1 for 3 day for the Tennessee slugger. 1-1. Upstairs a fastball. Ray kind of stumbling off the mound as he threw that one. But he looks fine. No attention being given by the Red Sox after that. Looks like Luke Jewett is up and getting active in the bullpen, not throwing, has a football in his hands, but he's moving around a bit. Jewett and Ray, we were told, would be the high leverage late and close contingent today. 2-1, curveball, this one misses high. Couldn't get it to break down, and a 3-1 count from Dylan Ray. Stands to reason that if Ray could get through this 8th inning unscathed, then perhaps Luke Jewett would close in the 9th. 3-1. Swing and a miss. Big cut on a fastball. Ray can bring it. He's been clocked up to 96, mostly a 93 guy with the fastball. Stands on a 3-2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He got him. Blew that fastball by him upstairs. Moore strikes out for the second time, and the second strikeout for Dylan Ray. He's fanned both his batters. That was 96 miles an hour from Dylan Ray right on cue. And here's the shortstop, Dominic Patelli. Left-hand hitter. Patelli today 0 for 2 with a walk. He scored a run. First pitch, fastball away. Scored amidst the chaos in the fourth inning. As the Red Sox committed 3 errors in the span of about 60 seconds. 1-0 away. 2-0 after a changeup. Patelli found himself at second base after a walk and a stolen base. An errant pickoff throw to second advanced him to third. 2-0. High pop-up. Back of short. Hunter Haas out. Jordan Thompson in. He's calling. He makes the catch. And on that same errant pickoff play, Homer Bush bobbled in right field, allowing Patelli to score, but he's retired here for the second out. And Rocco Pepe, the hitter.
Playing third base, number 2 from Long Beach State.
Pepe's also 0 for 2 with a walk. Right-hand hitter out of Long Beach State. Stands between Dylan Ray and a 1-2-3 eighth. Red Sox leading 5-3 here at Red Wilson Field on July 4th. First one home, fastball, strike one over the outside corner. And Ray is bringing that fastball. Here's an 0-1. Slider, couldn't get him to chase. Late check on at first by home plate umpire Mike Hinojosa, but Michael Farnan says no. Infield playing straight up on Pepe in a 1-1. Curveball drops in, strike 2. And Ray gets ahead on a 1-2 count with the bases empty and 2 out. Ray out of the full windup. Here's a 1-2 in the dirt. Couldn't get him to bite on the breaking ball.
See if he goes back to that challenge fastball. It's been a lot of breaking balls.
It worked on Christian Moore to lead off this inning. Ray's been up to 96 on that strikeout. 2-2 home. Here it comes. Fouled off. Came with the fastball, and Pepe able to fight it off down the right field line. Lots of sun in the outfield as we approach 8 o'clock here. 2-2. In there, strike 3 called. He got him. Fastball outside corner. Dylan Ray, a 1-2-3 eighth with a pair of strikeouts. We head on to the bottom of the 8th inning here at Red Wilson Field. This Red Sox 5-3 lead not going anywhere just yet. They're coming to bat, trying to extend it. We'll be right back. Bottom of the 8th, last chance for insurance for the Red Sox here at Red Wilson Field on a sunny 4th of July. As the Red Sox lead the Harbor Hawks 5-3, trying to split this home-and-home series after the Harbor Hawks beat them at McKeon Park in Hyannis 5-2 last night. A 5-3 lead in the later stages of this one for the Red Sox. It's Cole Carrig, Johnny Long, Drew Bowser to face a new pitcher for Hyannis. It's Virginia's left-hander, Brandon Neek. And Cole Carrig gets to bat from the right side again. Side of the plate that's been good for Cole. First one, he fouls it straight back. 0-1. It was from this side of the plate that Cole Carrig laced a 2-run double back in the 5th. That broke a 3-3 tie. That's where we stand here in the bottom of the 8th. Cole is 2 for 3 today with that double. He's also got an RBI. Or rather, he's also got a single. 0-1 heading home from Neek. Fastball just off the outside corner. Cole's also stolen his 11th base of the season. That's in addition to RBIs 7 and 8. After an RBI hit last night in Hyannis, a much-needed 2-hit day for Carrick, who had been slumping a bit. Here's a 1-1. Foul tipped and held by Pancho Ruiz for strike 2. Brandon Neek pitching in his 4th game for Hyannis. 3.37 ERA across his first 2 2/3 innings. Last pitched against Chatham on June the 26th, so it's been about a week since he got in a game. Here's a 1-2. Tipped foul down the right field line from Carrig. Count remains 1-2. This year at Virginia, he pitched to an ERA a little bit above 4. In 17 appearances, 6 of those were starts, so a decent sample of innings. Here's a 1-2. Golfed out towards left, hit fairly well, but Moore moves in towards the line and makes the catch. Little half-swing line drive from Cole Carrig. That's the first out in the 8th. And here's Johnny Long. Long's taking an 0 for 3 today, once in the air, 2 on the ground. Now the right-hand hitter for Neek to contend with, as is Drew Bowser, the on-deck hitter. Trying to figure out if Dylan Ray is going to stay on the mound in the 9th inning for the Red Sox. Here's the first one to Long, a swing and a miss. There is movement in the Red Sox bullpen. So it looks like Baden Root is up and throwing. Not Luke Savage. Luke Jewett. 0-1, taken, strike 2. Quick 0-2 count on Long. With the off day tomorrow, figure that maybe Luke Jewett would get into this game, but it's Baden Root who's up and throwing. And Dylan Ray also had a very quick 8th inning as Neek steps off. So you probably could stretch Ray out for another inning of relief to finish this game if you needed to. 0-2. Swing and a miss. You got him. Long down on a fastball. And with 2 out and none on, Drew Bowser to hit.
Now playing first, number 8 from Stanford, Drew Bowser.
Bowser today drove in a run with a single. Other than that, a ground out, a strikeout, 1 for 3 overall. Right-hand hitter, first pitch to him is foul tipped back to the screen. Still haven't seen the power out of Drew Bowser just yet. He's only been here a few days. He hit 18 home runs for Stanford this year. 0-1, swing and a miss. Good slider. Gets Bowser fishing. Drew with his at-bats today is continuing to get set here. 0-2, misses low. Drew had started 1 for 9, but now 2 for 12. Getting his bearings under him, a returner for Coach Pickler and the Red Sox, who hit 194 across 26 games last summer. Down 0-2 in the count. Here it comes, and it's lifted foul. Figure Bowser's as good a chance to pop an insurance run as anyone in this lineup. 1-2. Lifted foul along the right field line. The Red Sox let go their best power threat today. 2 player transactions. They added Sam Klein and Drew Dowd, both pitchers. We've seen Klein in this game through 2 2/3 solid relief. They let go Owen Hackman, a reliever, and Luke Franzoni, the power threat, is the 1-2 home. Is swung on and missed for strike 3. Got him out in front with a changeup. Drew Bowser, a strikeout victim, to end the inning. 2 Ks in the inning for Brandon Neek, who looked good in relief for Hyannis. On to the 9th we go. Red Sox holding a 5-3 lead over Hyannis. We enter the 9th here at Red Wilson Field on the 4th of July. Some defensive changes for the Red Sox as Dylan Ray heads back out onto the mound to close. Got a new pair of corner infielders. Jordan Thompson moves from left. He'll play third. Caden Connor's in the game. He'll play first. And batting in the cleanup spot for Mike Bovey is the new left fielder, Jack Costello. The rest of the infield remains the same. Here's Dylan Ray's first pitch to Pancho Ruiz. It's swung on, grounded to short. Hunter Haas charges fields, fires high, tagged by Caden Connor, safe. Oh, I'm not so sure about that one. Caden Connor motions towards the Red Sox dugout immediately. Mouths, he's out. And first base umpire Michael Farnan will hear it from Scott Pickler. Safe the call on Pancho Ruiz. And Farnan's going to have a chat with his other umpires. It looks like if the call is not overturned, then Philip Matulia will run for Pancho Ruiz. He's out of the dugout. But it looked like Caden Connor, the new first baseman, got that tag on Ruiz. And after last night's charade, the last thing that I think any Red Sox fan wants is more conversations between the umpires.
We have seen our fair share of that in these last 2 games. And
they are going to maintain the call safe. Ruiz reaches, and Philip Matulia will pinch run for him. A leadoff base runner for Hyannis, who are trailing 2, so they need at least 1 base runner aboard to bring the tying run to the plate. They have it. It's going to be an E6, the 5th Red Sox error of this game, and the 2nd attributed to Hunter Haas. Here's Riku Nishida, the 9-hole hitter. First pitch to him is taken down the middle to strike a fastball. Matulia has just 2 stolen bases this summer. He was caught stealing last night, trying to steal against Fernando Gonzalez. Nishida 1 for 3 today. 0-1 coming to him. Fastball misses low. The top of the Hyannis order is on deck with Justin Hyannis, who has taken an 0 for 4 today. The sun starting to get low in the sky above Dennis Yarmouth High School behind us. One heading home. Taken over the inside corner, a strike. A 1-2 count on the Japanese infielder Riku Nishida, with Matulia, the pinch runner, on at first following that controversial E6. Here it is, 1-2 off the plate away. No help up behind Dylan Ray as of yet. No one throwing baseballs in the bullpen, but a couple of YD relievers are tossing around the pigskin. 2-2. Poked away, foul, left side. The Red Sox coming back from an early 2-0 deficit after the top half of the first inning in this one. They then trailed 3-1, came back to take a 5-3 lead. Here's another 1-2. Swing and a miss, he got him. Blew a fastball by him. Foul tipped into the glove of Luke Schliger. Big first out for Dylan Ray as he strikes out Nishida, his 4th strikeout in relief. Justin Hyannis comes back to the plate as the lineup card flips. Hyannis hits for a 5th time here. He's 0 for 4. Another left-hand hitter. Hyannis without a home run this summer. If you're thinking about that, he's the tying run. Matulia off first. First pitch home with 1 out. Curveball missed high. And Dylan Ray will ask for a new baseball. Matulia did hit 6, or rather Justin Hyannis hit 6 home runs this year for Illinois. Not without power, but more of a base hit type guy than a home run guy. One 0. Curveball missed just inside. 2-0 count. It's someone who does have power, Nolan Shanuel, who hit a long home run last night in the matchup between these two teams, is in the on-deck circle.
Put one over the scoreboard at McKeon Park.
A prodigious blast. 2-0, popped up, foul. It'll go out of play left side. So the count 2-1 with 1 out. Tying run at the plate, runner on first in a 5-3 Red Sox lead. The outfield deep, playing no doubles. The infield playing back, hoping for 2. Straight up on the left-hand hitter, no shift. A slight shade to the pull side in the outfield. 2-1. Rocket out to right field, hit well. Homer Bush out towards the corner. He'll play it on a hop. Heading first to third, Matulia. Holding up at first with a long single is Justin Hyannis. And the tying runs are on base for Hyannis against Dylan Ray with 1 out in the 9th.
Baden Root just left that YD dugout, Sam, and jogged all the way back to the bullpen to start re-throwing. He was not throwing for the last batter. But with another base runner and a guy who's been nearly impossible to retire at the plate.
Nolan Shanuel has had 8 trips to the plate across the 2 games and has only been retired once. He has 6 walks and a home run in those 8 plate appearances as Ray steps off before the first pitch to him. 3 walks and a flyout today for Shaniel after he had 3 walks and a home run last night. He's been in the middle of everything. Played first base last night, playing right field today. Hands held high from the left-hand hitter. Ray's first pitch home is a fastball down the middle, strike 1. And Root is up and throwing in the Red Sox bullpen, getting loose in case there's more traffic against Ray. Again, the infield plays deep. A little shade to the opposite field on Shaniel. The infield back up the middle, hoping for 2. Runner being held on at first. Runners on the corners, 1 out. 0-1. Chopped towards the hole, past the third baseman Thompson. No play by Hunter Haas, who fields it on the backhand. It's an infield hit for Shaniel. Once it got past Jordan Thompson, they were not going to have a play. A good job by Haas to keep it on the infield and prevent the tying run from making it to third. Scoring is Matulia. Up to second goes Hyannis. Back-to-back singles. And we'll get a pinch runner for Hyannis. Maybe. He ran away from second as if to think he was going to be lifted, but he's back to second now after lifting his arms in confusion. So he will stay on at second. Shaniel on at first. 1 out in the 9th. A 1-run game now. And here's Tito Flores, the DH. He's walked twice. He's 0 for 2 otherwise. Right on right here. And Ray steps off again before the first pitch.
And now you have to start thinking about the sunlight here at Red Wilson.
First pitch. Curveball check swing foul off the first base sign. And watch out in the on-deck circle.
No light.
Sun has begun to set. It's beyond the tree line, barely above the high school. Along the third baseline, deep in foul territory in the parking lot. There is no pockets of sunlight left on the field. Still lots of visibility, but everyone in shadow now as the sun begins to set and the blue sky begins to wane. 2 on, 1 out. 0-1 count to Flores. Here it comes. Taken. Curveball. Just missed.
One thing you also have to think about if you're Scott Pickler is if you go to Root, you're sacrificing time for your guys maybe to come to the plate, even if Baden comes in and a run comes across. You have to go to the bottom of the 9th.
1-1. Tipped foul at the plate, and ouch, watch out. Home plate umpire Mike Hinojosa recoils away from that one as it got him. But he fires the ball back to Dylan Ray. And he is A-OK. John Raiola, the Red Sox pitching coach, is out to grab that baseball and maybe just give Hinojosa an extra second before they put the ball back in play. A loud cheer from the Red Sox dugout after last night's home plate umpire Douglas Isham had to leave after a similar foul tip into him. It's a 1-2 count, 2 on, 1 out. Here it comes. Foul tipped back to the screen. A 93-mile-an-hour fastball from Dylan Ray, who's been up to 96 in this outing. Red Sox now leading by a skinny run. They led 5-3. They now lead 5-4. Tying run on second. Go-ahead run on at first with 1 out in the 9th. Dylan Ray on a 1-2 count to Tito Flores. He sets, he fires. Here it comes. Curveball missed high. Count 2-2. The remaining fans, and there are still plenty of them here on this July 4th, have gotten loud. Many of them have risen to their feet as the tension raises here at Red Wilson Field. The Harbor Hawks trying to come back with some late-inning fireworks on Independence Day. 2-2. Taken. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. He froze him with the slider. Flores down looking. A big second out for Dylan Ray. And Mitch Jebb will hit for a second time off the bench. He struck out against Ray. Pinch hitting for Cole McConnell in the 7th. That was the first batter that Ray faced. Justin Hyannis, the tying run at second. Nolan Shaniel, the go-ahead run on at first with 2 down. Red Sox lead by a run. Here it comes. First pitch home. A slider in there. Strike 1 called over the inside corner. Red Sox trying to go into the off day with a win to break a quick 2-game slide. A blowout loss to Wareham 2 days ago. A tough loss to these Harbor Hawks last night at McKeon Park, trying to snap the skid. 0-1 count to Jebb, left-hand hitter. Here it comes. Taken inside and low, another curveball. Jebb comes into this game a .294 hitter. He went 1 for 3 with a walk in last night's game, batting leadoff for the Harbor Hawks. He has driven in 3 runs this year. He has yet to homer, but he has a double and a triple. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Came up and in with a fastball, blew it right by him. And the count 1-2, and the Harbor Hawks are down to their final strike. A sizable July 4th crowd comes to their feet at Red Wilson Field. The Red Sox nursing a 1-run lead. The tying and go-ahead runs on base at first and second. Dylan Ray sets at the belt. A 1-2 pitch to Mitch Jebb. Here it comes. Foul back. And we'll do it again. The tension rises. The defense shifts slight towards right on the infield against Jebb, with Hunter Haas, the shortstop, playing a tad up the middle. Jordan Thompson playing off the line at third. The outfield straight away, slightly shifted to the opposite field against Jebb. Now Cole Carrick takes a few steps towards right field and center. 2 on, 2 out. 1-2. Foul back. Another curveball, and Jebb able to fight it off as that one heads behind us to the parking lot. It's gotten loud and it's gotten tense here at Red Wilson Field as the Harbor Hawks have played at a 9th-inning run and vying for more. A hit may tie it. An extra base hit may give the Harbor Hawks the lead in a 5-4 game. Hyannis and Shaniel, the runners from second and first with 2 out. A 1-2 count on its way to Mitch Jebb. Here it is. Swing and a foul tip in and out of the glove of Luke Schliger. Will do it again. Just couldn't squeeze it, as it was in and out of the webbing of Schliger's glove.
Gotta feel like a rivalry is stirring between these two teams, Sam. It has been a battle the last 2 days.
The Harbor Hawks have lost just once in their last 10 games. They are very quickly on the heels of the Catuit Kettleers at second in their division. The Red Sox lead theirs in the East. 1-2 again to Jebb, but first a look towards second. A little fake by Dylan Ray. Little after 8 p.m. here on Independence Day. Red Sox trying to go home happy. Leading 5-4. 2 on, 2 out. 1-2 to Jebb. Poked over third. It's going to drop in. Base hit. Around from third. Here comes Hyannis. Throw by Costello. It is not in time. We're tied. Shaniel advances to second. Mitch Jebb knots us at 5 on an opposite field single. The Harbor Hawks have tallied 2 to tie in the 9th. And that was an exceptionally close play at home plate, as Schliger's tag was just late.
Schliger tried to deke the runner, did not prepare for the ball, and then at the last moment looked for the swipe.
We're all square at 5. Christian Moore started the scoring with an RBI single all the way back in the first. And about 3 hours later, he has a chance to give the Hawks the lead. He calls time before he gets a first pitch. It's Dylan Ray's chance. No one throwing in the Red Sox bullpen. They only need one out for a chance to walk it off in the bottom half. First one to Moore. Curveball. Drops in strike one.
That last at bat, how many foul balls was McConnell Jeb able to fight off time after time?
Including the one that was in and out of Luke Schliger's glove that could have been strike three. Moore today, 1 for 4 with that RBI single. Right-hand hitter steps in from Tennessee. 0-1. Missed the outside corner of fastball. Ray struggling to get through this ninth inning. It started with an errant throw by Hunter Haas at short. 5 errors today for the Red Sox, 2 by Haas. That was the leadoff runner in this ninth inning. He came around to score. Ray struck out Riku Nishida, then 2 straight hits is another time call, this time by Luke Schliger. 2 straight hits by Justin Hyannis, Nolan Shaniel. Shaniel's for an RBI. Tito Flores struck out looking, and Jeb, the RBI single to Nadas at 5. 1-1. Missed away a fastball. 2-1 on Christian Moore. Running out of daylight here at Red Wilson Field. Over 3 hours since we started. Ray trying to give his chance to team to walk it off. 2-1. Fastball in at the knees. Moore in disbelief over the call, but it is strike 2. And the count 2-2.
2 up in the bottom of the frame. Thompson, Bush Jr., Schliger for YD.
That's 8, 9, and 1 in the Red Sox order. It would be against Brandon Neek, no one throwing in the Hyannis bullpen. Trying to get there first. 2-2. Foul back. And again, Ray unable to put away a Hyannis hitter after that foul tip. Jeb worked a long turn at bat before tying this game. 2 on, 2 out. Game freshly tied. And time called at the plate as Christian Moore didn't like how much time Ray was taking while getting his sign. Schliger and Ray still having a tough time getting on the same page. Lots of head shakes by Dylan Ray. And he steps off. And Schliger is going to go and chat with him. We are running out of sunlight. It is starting to get dusky. 8:15 on your clocks. Pretty soon you'll be seeing fireworks in the skies around us here on Independence Day, and it's been a game full of fireworks. 2-2 count. Ray to Moore with 2 on and 2 out. Here it comes. Chap to the right side of the mound, fielded by Mydroth. His throw to first is in time, and that gets us through the ninth. The Red Sox can't lose this game, but Hyannis just gave themselves a chance to tie. We're even at 5 after the top of the ninth. 2 runs home for the Harbor Hawks. They avoid a defeat, perhaps. Red Sox still a chance to walk it off. We'll be right back. Well, if you thought that this was going to be an easy win for the Red Sox, I think you have been proven otherwise. The Harbor Hawks with 2 in the top of the 9th, a 2-out RBI hit for Mitch Jebb squared us at 5, and the Red Sox will have to score in the 9th inning to win in a 5-5 game and avoid a tie. Jay Driver takes over on the mound for the Harbor Hawks, the right-hander out of Harvard. He faces Jordan Thompson. First pitch home to JT. Fastball swung on and missed upstairs for strike 1. Thompson followed by Homer Bush and Luke Schliger here in the bottom of the 9th as the sun begins to set and light begins to fade at the ballpark. We're running out of time, but we will play the bottom of the 9th. 0-1, slider. Strike 2, dropped into the knees from the Harvard right-hander out of Wellesley, Mass. Jay Driver is pitching to an ERA above 6 this summer in 5 appearances, 6.35, but his last outing, a scoreless inning against Falmouth on June 29th. 0-2 is fouled back. Looks like it won't be Homer Bush to hit next. Pass Ferreras, who has a pair of homers this summer, is in the on-deck circle to pinch hit. Dylan Ray, Scott Pickler, and John Rayola are having a long conversation outside the Red Sox dugout down the third baseline. 0-2. Chopper to short. Fielded there, Patelli. Long throw across in time by a step and a half. A big first out. Keep the leadoff man off the bases. Driver now 2 outs away from securing a tie for the Harbor Hawks after they were just a strike away from losing this game. The Red Sox trailed 2-0, 3-1. They led 5-3 for the majority of the second half of this game. They took that lead in the bottom of the 5th. They held it until the 9th inning. RBI singles by Nolan Shanuel and Mitch Jebb. Jebb's with 2 outs squared us at 5. First one to pass Ferreras. Pinch hitter bats right, takes a strike, a slider from Driver. This year for Harvard, Jay Driver was brilliant, a 1.91 ERA across his 15 outings. 0-1, taking away a fastball. He was in all-Ivy first-team selection and ranked second in the Ivy in saves. 1-1. Slider, swing and a miss.
Ferreras late on that slider, but it was there for him. A guy with a home run in his first at-bat of the summer, just 2 for his last 22.
Been a struggle for Pass. He was away from the team due to family issues for a portion of last week, but he's back in there as a pinch hitter right now. 1-2 heading home to him. Taken. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. He got him with a fastball. Ferreras gives Mike Hinojosa a piece of his mind before he heads back to the dugout on a fastball towards the upper and outside part of the strike zone. And the Red Sox, if they're going to win this game, it'll happen the same way they've scored all 5 of their runs today with 2 outs. Luke Schliger in the top of the order up. Left-hand hitter for Driver to face. First pitch home is nubbed foul towards the on-deck circle. If he can keep it going, Hunter Haas is on deck, but there's not a lot of sunlight left, not a lot of light in general left. The brightest thing on the field is the scoreboard illuminating in left. Must be tough to track the ball here. 0-1. Up the middle, off of Driver's backside. Schliger hustling to first. The third baseman, Jebb, can't make a throw. The Red Sox will have a base runner in this 9th inning. Looked like it caught the meat of Jebb's backside, the upper thigh.
They ate it right on the back pocket and almost had a chance to Jebb at third, but just fumbled it. And here's your hottest bat in the 2-hole, Hunter Haas, with a chance to walk things up.
Haas has been swinging a bit of a power bat as of late. He had a double yesterday, a double at Orleans on July the 1st, 3 days ago, and a homer against Chatham the day before. Right-hand hitter stands in against Driver. Winning run on first, 2 out. First pitch to Haas is swung on and fouled right off his hip. Some yelps from the Harbor Hawks dugout. As that one went into no man's land down the first baseline, and I think They were trying to contend it didn't hit Haas. It very clearly did. It's a 0-1 count on Hunter, who will regroup outside the batter's box, make sure he's good to go. If he can keep it going, Chase Mydroth would hit. With Schliger, who runs well at first, and 2 out in the ninth. 0-1. Slider up, boxed around by the catcher, which is now Jacob Campbell. After Pancho Ruiz was pinch ran for after he reached base leading off the ninth. So a 1-1 count on Haas. Here it is. Breaking ball taken for strike 2. Got to be tough to track those breaking balls now with the sun well below the tree line and just dusk illuminating the playing field. It's practically nighttime here at Red Wilson. 1-2, runner goes. Swing and a miss, he got him. The Harbor Hawks come back, tie this game, and the Red Sox, they don't lose, but it sure feels like they did. A 5-5 tie here on the 4th of July. The Harbor Hawks tallying the tying run with 2 out and 2 strikes in the ninth. A pair of loud games between these two teams. The Red Sox and Harbor Hawks will be back at it later this month in Hartford at Dunkin' Donuts Park. But for now, we welcome you into the broadcast booth. Quite the game here today after quite the game last night between these two teams. And a brewing rivalry between two teams that may not play much this season more. They have 2 more games against each other. But after that, the only other time they're going to have to face each other, potentially, if you get there, is the championship series of the CCBL. Of course, you got to get there first. But 2 fairly evenly matched teams, it looks like. These Harbor Hawks are pretty good, Carlo, and they showed a lot coming back today.
Yeah, they are pretty good. Without their field manager today, they're able to come back with their backs against the wall in the top of the 9th inning, and a team just didn't quit today. I mean, there were so many plays in which it looked like Hyannis was done. You think about that last at-bat, a foul tip that pops out of the glove of the catcher, Luke Schliger, and the next pitch, they get a single to tie this one up. And if you're this YDT team, Sam, I think it's a little bit of a gut check these last 3 games. You were on that hot streak. You seemed unbeatable. We're about halfway home, and this is the team that really played sloppy today. At the end of the day, Hyannis got their runs when they needed to, but 5 errors on the board is just too many if you're the Red Sox.
And that does come back to bite them. What else comes back to bite them is the bullpen. Eventually this game, Dylan Ray, the blown save after the Red Sox bullpen had been so good before the game against Wareham, having only allowed 6 earned runs over their first 64 innings of work. It has faltered as of late. 3 eighth-inning runs last night, the 2 in the ninth tonight. The Red Sox bullpen is going to have to get in shape. The last time the Red Sox had a tie in the record books was against Bourne a couple weeks ago at Durant Park, the second game of the doubleheader between the Braves and the Red Sox, and it was the complete opposite of this, Carlo. The Red Sox coming back to tie late in that game, walking away from that game with a tie, but they said it felt like a win. This the opposite.
Yeah, this is a game you had in your hands. It looked like they were kind of come away with a big win, split the weekend, and go into the off day feeling good. But now you don't get a win in your last 3 games going into this final off day. And an off day much needed for a team that's played 7 games in a row. You think about the Homer Bush running on the double steal that wasn't communicated. Chase Mydroff doubles the next play. That might be another run. The play where it's off Chase Mydroff's glove into right field, that might be another run. It just looks like a team that's a little bit tired right now, which is understandable. You've played 7 in a row. You've had a lot of guys coming in and out. They need that rest. And we'll see if they're able to get on track. You're playing a Falmouth team that is playing hot. I mean, win against Catuit yesterday. They were leading Catuit today, who's been a juggernaut on Cape. Doesn't get easier if you're the Whitey Red Sox, and we'll see if they can put the pieces together.
Red Sox and Commodores when we return to play in 2 days on Wednesday, but for tomorrow, an off day for the Red Sox, who get to regroup after this one. A little bit of a sloppy finish. The Red Sox committing 5 errors. The final lines in this one for the Harbor Hawks, 5 runs on 6 hits with no errors. For the Red Sox, 5 runs, 7 hits with 5 errors. Seems almost untrue, but it is, in fact, 5 errors for the Red Sox. A 5-5 tie here on Independence Day, some late fireworks, and we hope that you spend the rest of your 4th of July with family and enjoy it. For Carlo Jimenez, for our producer Zach Clapp, I'm Sam Lebowitz, and we will see you Wednesday as the Red Sox take on the Commodores.